Hey everyone! It's me, I'm Arglefumph, and this is the 11th anniversary bash. So, my YouTube channel has officially been going on for 11 years. Yes, this is my 11th birthday to, hey Arglefumph, 11 years of nobody knowing how to pronounce Arglefumph's name. The poor fellow. So, I'm Michael, the guy behind the Arglefumph YouTube channel, and I am actually going to be playing this video game today to celebrate. This is Mermaid Mission Titanic. So this is a game which was written and programmed by me. So, let's get started here. First we need to decide, are we playing easy mode or normal mode? Easy mode or normal mode? What do you think? Easy mode, you can skip puzzles. Normal mode, you're on your own. I actually know how to solve all the puzzles because I wrote them all. I can come up... Okay. So somebody says normal, and then easy mode. Hi, everybody! Okay, so how many people are watching this live stream? I can't tell right off the top of my head. 0 people. That can't be correct. I'm getting comments from people. More people want me to play this game on normal mode, and I'm getting a little sick of hearing this theme music, so let's start the game. Most people think an iceberg sunk the Titanic, but they're wrong. It wasn't an iceberg, it was mermaids. Oh, now there are 43 people watching this. Hi, 43 people. Specifically, it was this mermaid, the one on the left, that is. What is her name? What is the name we want for our character? So, while you guys pick a cool name for our character, I'll just talk a little bit about this. So the way this game works, this was impossible to program, by the way, but, you know, I asked people online what would be good mermaid names, and they came up with lists. I found about 10 mermaid names I liked, and so this game is actually designed to randomly determine what the mermaid name is. So it randomly picks the mermaid's name from a list of like 10, and we'll see that if I restart the game here. Every single time you replay the game, it gives you a new list of mermaid names. I gotta name her Nancy, Marcel. I kind of like Nancy. That's good. Oh, he's a jolly good channel, he's a jolly good channel, he's a jolly good channel, which nobody can deny. So, I wasn't able to change the color of this. You can only kind of see the name Nancy there, because we've got a little mermaid tail in the way, but that's okay. And the daughter's name, what is the daughter's name? What's going to be the name for the daughter? So I think there are like 6 different names for the daughter. Oh, also let me show you what happens if you pick Ariel. A mermaid named Ariel? Really? That mermaid name is so cliche. Let me fix it for you. And I changed her name to Ariel instead. Okay, people want Bess. Okay, Nancy and her daughter Bess. Because why isn't her daughter named Bess? Because Bess is a great name for her daughter. Okay. So, let's get started with the game, Nancy and Bess. Okay, little one, time for bed. But, Mommy, I'm not sleepy yet. Bess. Please, can't you tell me a story first? I'm gonna miss your stories when you're gone. Fine. What do you want the story to be about? What should the story be about? Humans, sharks, or Bess's father? So, the conversation's about a half page to a full page, either way, and they're all different. Bess is a nickname for Elizabeth. Bess is short for Elizabeth. Bess is father. Okay, cool. So, the father, this was something I just wanted to, you know, expand mermaid lore in my mermaid game. So, I don't know the story behind mermaids or what the official mermaid version is, so I went with mermaids just lay eggs. Tell me anyway, please. Remember going to hatching day last year and seeing all the eggs? Yes, the pile of eggs was huge. You notice they all had different markings? They were all different colors, though. That's right, different colors and different markings help us know whose egg is whose. What was on my egg? I drew 2 starfish on your shell because you were my second egg. The first one didn't hatch. Mermaids only have 2 eggs in my world. Oh, poor mommy. Anyway, everyone's hatched from an egg. That's why we don't know who your father is. Nobody knows who their father is. So any of the males could be my father? Yes, that's why you should at least try to be nice to them. At least try to be nice to the males. I know it's very difficult. Hardly ever you can live up to that expectation, but, you know, at least try to be nice to males. Ugh, but they're so weird looking. Their faces are hairy and gross. At least they don't look as weird as humans do. Have you seen those upside-down arms that humans have instead of tails? You know, where their tails should be? Yuck. Now enough talking. It's time for you to go to sleep for real. Okay, I will. I love you, Mommy. I love you too. Goodbye. Bye. So, I mean, if you pick the other options, it basically tells you other different things of mermaid lore. Basically just setting up, here's how mermaids work in this particular universe. So if you talk about humans, she tells a story of the Little Mermaid, Princess Ariel, who met, you know, Prince Eric, and then they captured her and ate her, and that's why the mermaids don't trust humans. And sharks? Mermaids are always fighting with sharks. They are. So, any problems getting Bess to sleep? She's a great child. You're going to love her, Mom. What should the mother's name be, everyone? This one is actually not randomized. You have the same 4 choices every single time. And something I did, this like took forever to program, but, you know, I had to do it, was with Make Your Own Name, you have to make sure it's not the same name as one of the other characters. So if I pick Bess here, Nancy did not name her daughter after her mother. That would have been nice, but too confusing. So, with every single one of the characters, it double checks to make sure none of the names match. Nancy is not named after her mother. That would have been nice, but too confusing. Please pick a different name. Okay, so it's a little slightly different, the text. Does anybody want a specific name? George, really? Rebecca's going with George. Okay. Oh, what did I just do? I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. Okay. I know what I did. I pressed, I used the shift button and G, and the game thought, oh, you're going to the graphical menu. No, I'm not. I'm typing in the name George. Okay. George, okay. You might have noticed the characters' names are different colors. They're basically based off whatever color their tail is. It's really cute. Are you kidding? I'm going to love spending the next 3 months with my little granddaughter. And this basically explains the plot line here that Nancy is going off to fight in the mermaid army. And that's why her mother is going to be watching her daughter for the next 3 months. I wish I didn't have to spend 3 months in the military. Don't be ridiculous. The military is a great place and you need the money. I mean, well, military, fighting sharks. I'm a linguist, not a fighter. Don't talk like that. The greatest thing about the military is that anyone can rise to greatness if they try hard enough. Right, so I won't get special treatment because I'm the daughter of the famous general. I'm not that famous. Didn't they waive the mandatory retirement age and let you stay on until 18? Okay, that's true, but I still think you'll enjoy it. Do you know where you'll be assigned yet? No, I'm just going north to meet some dolphin dude. Oh, that means you're going to be in surveillance and not active fighting. Cool. Really? That's a relief. Scared of fighting sharks? As if. I took that line directly from the Nancy Drew trailer. Which game was the Nancy Drew trailer where it's like, Nancy Drew on a quiet vacation? As if. Those sharks should be scared of me. I just don't want to get into danger for Bess's sake. And everybody's talking about Message in a Haunted Mansion, where all the characters go to the Winter Festival, but they don't invite Nancy because they are jerks. What jerks? Rose totally should have invited Nancy to the Winter Festival. I think in the book, Nancy was invited to the Winter Festival, I'm pretty sure. Nancy had like a fancy costume for the Winter Festival. She had one of those old-fashioned hats with a pin inside it, And then she used that to stop the culprit. She just took out the pin. It's like, ah, here's my hat pin. And the culprit's like, oh no, no. Scary. Anyway, if you've got, like, Nancy Drew trivia questions, I know some people wanted me to answer trivia questions. So if you've got trivia questions, then let me know. Well, it is convenient that everybody left without playing with Nancy. I mean, everybody left without taking Nancy with them because it gave her the time to just explore the house by herself. And we're not playing that game right now. We're playing this game. Okay. Alright, Nancy goes off. The next day, she reports to her station. And here is the Dolphin Commander, who is speaking to all of the mermaids. I love the artwork for the Dolphin Commander, by the way. There were like 3 people that helped with the artwork in this game, you know, in addition to me. I'll point out my artwork when we get to it, but the people who did the artwork in this game just did a fantastic job. I wish, you know, this game had sold 1 million more copies, and then I could, like, you know, pay them double, or triple, even. They did a great job. So is everybody here? Good. Let's start with introductions. My name is Flipsy. It's Flipsy. We're not changing the name, sorry. I'm not gonna let you guys pick. It's Flipsy. It's Commander Flipsy. I'm Commander Flipsy. I'm working surveillance for the past 25 years. The most important thing about surveillance is being able to move undetected. If they can't see you, they can't stop you. The second most important thing, I love this music too. So he wants them to do a basic obstacle course, and he particularly asks about Nancy. Okay, I'm Commander Flipsy. Now you're the daughter of General George. I knew this would come up. Yes, Commander Flipsy, I am. Can you read Shark? Can you read Shark? Should we be honest or should we be modest? I do know modest is hottest. So let's be modest. Okay, why does Elliot Chen kick Nancy out of his shop when she first visited him? She knocked over a can of paint and that got him angry and he goes, ouch! Joy, I'm not letting you back in unless or until Joy Trent calls me, okay? That's my imitation of how he acts, by the way. Okay, so, I know their alphabet and how to pronounce their words, but I can't translate big chunks of shark on the fly. That's sort of my experience with translation. I'm not that good at translating. What if you had a dictionary? Then it's a lot easier to read. That'll have to do for now. Since you're our only resident shark expert, you need to do it under 40 seconds. But everybody else has a minute. Is there a problem, Cadet? No, Commander Flipsy, I'll do my best. Good, and Cadet, make sure you brush up on your shark. We might need it someday. Someday came a lot faster than expected. After 3 weeks, the mermaids have their first mission. This spot used to be a shark outpost. I think this was like the last background we had done for the game. Basically, I wanted a background which was slightly different than the previous background. Because it seemed weird to go from one background just to the same background. Alright, so we're doing surveillance in the shark area. Me, Commander, I've got a special mission for you. Really? How have your shark studies been going along? Pretty good, Commander. Why? We have important shark documents in this area. You need to find them and retrieve them. I'll do my best. Good. Stay out here and sound the alarm. La la la. Sorry if I'm rushing through any of the dialogue. I know it's great dialogue. I wrote it, but I've got it all memorized. So this, oh my gosh, I did this like a million times, this segment. So again, great artwork there. So the shark cave system, this was basically my first major thing I did with this game, was a cave puzzle. Wow, my very own mission. Wait, there's writing on the wall. It says Rip Enforcer Pong. Then there's a bunch of triangle holes. See the triangle holes? I didn't know that the artwork was actually going to describe this stuff so well, because otherwise I wouldn't have put it in the dialogue. So rippin' means, okay, teeth, 5, and place. Those are the 3 words. So putting them in the right order, what do those words mean? How can we make sense of these 3 words? What do you think? Yes, these are shark notes. Aww. Okay, 5 place teeth? 5 teeth place? Obviously it's place 5 teeth. Place 5 teeth, so you need to place 5 teeth into these shark holes. One problem, she doesn't have any shark teeth. Her teeth don't grow back, so she'll come back later. Okay, so this is sort of a tunnel maze. Let's go with the top path. Let's go with the bottom path. Let's be fun. This was the first background that the person drew for me. I said, okay, could you... Because I wasn't sure about, hiring a random person on the internet, which, is understandable. So I'm like, okay, why don't you just do the backgrounds for the shark cave? That way, if they weren't so good, they'd only do one portion of the game. So this was the first thing they did, and I liked it so much I hired them to do just all the backgrounds for the game. It was great. Yeah, we've got Nemo here. We found Nemo. We found Nemo. And yes, the next Nancy Drew game allegedly comes out spring 2019. Too bad that's not, too bad I can't, celebrate my birthday then. Arglefumph's birthday would be a great birthday present. Okay, so another thing I did, this was another programming thing that took forever, was you'll notice she changes directions depending on where she goes. I had to account for every single direction she can take, every single possibility in the maze. And obviously I also had to keep track of, has she been here before? Has she been here? Has she not been here before? That slightly changes her dialogue. So let's go with the left path here. Okay, this needs a starfish, and we don't have a starfish, so she immediately leaves. Okay, and this is a shark puzzle. Everybody, shark puzzle. Okay, stay tuned for danger. Who watches the prop shop? So that would be Millie Stratterhorn. And in order to gain access, she makes you answer brain teasers. That's it. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Come on. I knew that Nancy Drew trivia question. Okay, something's in the wall here. Oh my gosh, I picked the most complicated one last. Okay, so this is a shark game. Basically, what we have to do is figure it out. Hey, the person said yes, I got the trivia question right. Come on, give me another one. I'm on fire. So basically, we read these and figure out who is who. What is Hammerhead versus Saw Shark and Woebegong? So let's see. A Saw Shark is less than a Sand Shark. Sand Shark plus Saw Shark is Bull Shark. Wow, this is complicated. Okay, so a Hammerhead is greater than, less to, or equal to. Let's go with equal. No, that's not right. Let's look at some more. Okay, let's try again. Hammerheads are greater. Yes, the correct answer! And, oh my gosh, this is a part 2, right? This was one of the last things I programmed, actually. The game was 95% finished when somebody said they wanted an extra puzzle. So I just slapped on a part 2. Oh, wait, now I know. Okay, so Victoria. This was actually Victoria, I believe, who wanted me to do this. Victoria said that I should have another puzzle, and so I call the puzzle Inferna Victoria. That doesn't mean part 2. That means Victoria... well, Inferna means hell, and then Victoria is victory, so hellish victory is what it means, but it's also the name of the person who recommended adding another puzzle, so that's a little joke which I don't think anybody picked up on, because it's a Latin joke. Also swearing in Latin. Gotta love it. Okay, so what comes first? Let me see. We have to do it in alphabetical order. I was going to do it in reverse alphabetical order, but that would have been way too difficult. What is the name of the TV director's name in Stay Tuned for Danger? And Nancy Drew's Stay Tuned for Danger, that was Lillian Weiss. Lillian Weiss. Okay. Alphabetical. Bull Shark. Hammerhead. See, Sand and Saw, they're similar, so that makes it different. But it's Sand, Saw, and Woebegong. And yay, I got a tooth for solving the puzzle. Hooray! I'm going to go back to where where it splits up now. What path should I take? Well, I'm gonna go backwards, and now I'm gonna go to the top, and she's gonna note that all in all there are 5 tunnels. There are 5 tunnels overall. I'm gonna save my game here. This game saving thing, oh my gosh, this was ridiculously complicated. I couldn't quite figure out how to make the you see these boxes where your save file is supposed to go? I could not for the life of me figure out how to make it work. So it was just weird. And so what you know, I couldn't make them larger. I couldn't make these boxes smaller. And so what I had to do, I mean, I programmed everything correctly. It should have worked just fine. Oh, bye. Thank you for watching my stream. I couldn't figure out how to program the boxes to make them smaller. According to all the online stuff, the programming is right, but it wasn't working. So I went back to the graphic artist and said, "Hi, I can't figure out how to change the size of these boxes. You're gonna have to change the save game screen. Change the size of the save game screen in order to make it fit." Which, it's just a ridiculous, that was just a ridiculous workaround for that problem, which should not have been a problem. Okay, so what was in the drawer? I forget what's in the drawer. It was like a letter, right? The drawer in Stay Tuned for Danger that you couldn't open, they forgot to program the key into the drawer. It's inside Maddie's area. I think it's got a letter. Anyway, going back to the main menu here, I want to see the credits. I want to see which tester. These are people that read the script. So that was before I did any programming. Yeah, it was Victoria Budke. Okay. And these are all the people that did the artwork. And then a lot of the sound effects I got from online. Those are all the ones I got from online. And then me and my stepdaughter, we did all the other sound effects ourselves, which is like twice as many. This is all the music. Special thanks to all these people, to my daughters. They are not secret mermaids. My wife told me to make a mermaid game. Actually, do you guys care about the story behind this game, or do you want me just to keep playing? Because I'll just keep playing if that's the case. Okay, so we have a starfish here. I'm going to steal the starfish. That was also impossible to program because I have to do all 4 scenarios of if you have the starfish, if you don't. Story time. Okay, then I'll do this left path though. Starfish, I'll put the starfish in the hole. We've got another shark puzzle, and I'll tell the story. Okay, great. So, the story behind this game, oh yeah, and the game also checks if you've seen one of these shark puzzles before, that way you don't do the introduction again. Okay, so what is a whale shark minus a cat shark? Okay, so cat shark plus woebegone is tiger shark. Tiger shark is whale shark. So basically, cat shark plus woebegone is whale shark. Whale shark minus cat shark, woebegone. I just included woebegone. I just looked up the name of sharks, and I thought that was a silly name for a shark, so I went with that. And I got a woebegone tooth. Okay, so the story behind this game. Let's go backwards and go up to the top tunnel, and let me save my game. Let's go to the main screen. I saved my game, right? No. Okay. Give you guys something cool. No. Spoilers, jeez. Okay. No. Main menu. I'm so sorry about that. Technical difficulties while playing my own video game. The story behind this game was, you know, I applied, oh gosh, this was like a year ago at this point, so I applied for a game writing job, because that's basically the only job I can do, because I'm a stay-at-home parent. I've got, you know, a little baby, she's coming up on, like, 21 months or so, I think, I don't know. In any case, I'm a stay-at-home parent, I watch a baby all day long, that is my life, so, writing, Professor Hotchkiss orders 50 chicken drumsticks and treasure in the Royal Tower. So, A writing job is basically all I can do, and I've written a couple of things. I wrote, well, I mean, obviously this game, but I mean, I wrote Cat President, A More Perfect Union. I wrote the Francie Drew games, and so I applied for this company called Choice of Games. They've got a new division called Heart's Choice, and they're writing romance games. And I thought, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So I sent in my resume. They liked it, and they told me to send in 4 pitches for games, and they're specifically looking for like certain genres, like paranormal, I think historical, whatever different types of romance are. So I'm like, gee, what would be a paranormal romance? I don't want to do vampires. So, gosh, yeah, I don't want to do vampires. So I went with mermaids, and I decided to go with Mermaid Titanic. That's what I did. Because usually what happens in mermaid things is the mermaid comes on land, is so impressed by human technology, but, nowadays it's sort of less impressive, like, everything's done by computer, or everything's on phones, right? Oh, wow, how do you do that? It's a computer. How did they do that? Well, that's a computer. How did they do that? That's a computer. It's totally different from, like, 1910, where it's like, what's this? Artificial light? Why, that's electricity. What's this? Horseless carriages? Why, that's not done by a motor. And so I just decided, hey, why not set the mermaid game in the early 1900s? That was my idea behind it. And then I thought, wait a minute, Titanic. It's a giant boat, mermaids. So that's where I got the idea behind the game, was I just do something about mermaids and Titanic. And so the original whatever you call it, the prompt for the game was kind of different from what this actual game was like, because it was more focused on romance. So it's like, well, do you fall in love with the humans, or do you decide to side with the mermaids? Do you want the humans or the mermaids? Do you fall in love with your Commander Flipsy, the Dolphin Commander? My wife specifically wanted there to be Dolphin Mermaid Romance in this game, so I threw in Dolphin Mermaid Romance. That was all 100% on Katie, not me. Blame my wife. So about like a third of the way, or a half of the way, like through writing this game, I mentioned it to my wife. This would have been like months later. I mentioned it to my wife, and she said, ew, why is she falling in love with a dolphin? That's gross. Get rid of it. And I'm like, that was your idea. That's the only reason I have it. And so we kind of get, so as we'll see here, the mermaid dolphin romance just kind of changes and doesn't become an option. Okay, so tricky trivia question. What are all the puzzles you do to get the jewel at the end of the Haunted Mansion? Okay, at the end of the Haunted Mansion, okay, I've got this. Nancy goes into her bedroom, and Abby has removed the grating to the wall. So you go to the grating, and then you have a Zodiac puzzle, and you have to press all the buttons on the Zodiac puzzle to get it to work. Then you have to put the little banner, the Chinese symbol on a box. And the way to do that is the Chinese symbol you get from the spinning staircase thingies. So once you put the symbol on the box, then it turns to the one side, and you get... I think it's a puzzle where you have to turn everything to stars or something like that, and then next is a slider puzzle, and then you get the jewel. I think that is it. I think that is the puzzle. Oh, man, yeah. Whew. Okay, yeah, trivia, man. Okay, yeah, so there's no dolphin romance in this game. I'm very, very sorry about that. So in any case... Okay, I was very close, not perfect with that trivia question, but... So I wrote about 4 different prompts for Heart's Choice, and they didn't like any of them, and they said no. They said no to all of them, and so they said, hey, we've got another division in this game, in our company, called Hosted Games. That's the name of it. It's like, why don't you try writing for them? And so I did. So basically, I looked through my prompts, and I said, okay, well, what did I say? Let me see. It's The Courting of Miss Bennet, a Pride and Prejudice game. That's the one I wrote for Hosted Games, which is a text-only game. It's just kind of this long romance game. I don't know Ned's phone number by heart, but I could figure it out if I had to, because the phone numbers of Nancy's friends are, you know, they're words. So HINT, it's 555 HINT. One is 555 CLUE. So I think that's it. I think that's the phone numbers of Nancy and Ned. I don't have them memorized, and I don't even know what their area code is. So yeah, no, like I said, I wrote 4 prompts for them. One of them ended up becoming The Courting of Miss Bennet, a Pride and Prejudice game. One of them ended up becoming this game. I figured, hey, why not try self-publishing? Give that a shot, see if that works. One of them my friend Paul liked, so we might actually make that into a game. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not in a... Okay, I'll explain. Okay, so the game that my friend Paul liked was a Sexy Priest Man Arglefumph Romance, is what I called it, or something like that. So it basically would have been a dating sim, you know, about the time when I was in seminary becoming a priest. So it'd be like, well, what would have happened if priests were able to get married? And then that's sort of what the game would have been. It's sort of like if you've played The Pizza Delivery Boy Who Saved the World, which is another game I wrote. So, that's basically, it's sort of based on a true story. It's like, hey, I was a pizza boy for a couple of years, and that was a big part of my life for a while. And so I kind of wrote a game based on all those experiences, and I was thinking maybe I could do something like that for, say, when I was at the IRS, or, you know, when I was in training to become a Catholic priest, or, you know, maybe now that I'm a stay-at-home dad. So... yeah, I was just looking for a way to turn those into games. Because, you know, people say, write what you know. So I wrote a game about mermaids. Write what you know. Anyway, I'm trying to write the stay-at-home dad thing. I'm trying to make a book out of it. I don't know if that's going to work, but it might. It might. We'll see. Okay, so let's get back to this game. What different flavors of pie? Blueberry. That's all I know. There are 3 flavors. Probably apple. Cherry. Oh, that will work. I don't know. The fact that I have not even tried to write the priest dating game indicates I was not too serious about it. But I thought it was something they might like. And, apparently I was wrong. Oh well. So I think my, 4th game was Love on the Oregon Trail, which I'm surprised nobody likes, so I figure I might actually turn that into an actual game if this happens. That is, if this game becomes super fantastic and successful and makes me a ton of money, I'm like, hey, writing and making my own games works. Then yeah, maybe I'll make Love on the Oregon Trail. But I'm not doing that right now because, hey, you know, I've got a bunch of paid game opportunities. Chocolate, that's right, chocolate was the 3rd pie thing. Okay. So this is another puzzle. This is a really easy puzzle. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry for talking so much about my life and stuff. Okay, so you need to figure out how, where the broken pegs are, and we do this with echolocation. Okay, so the echolocation shows that it's the left peg, and then echolocate again. I figured mermaids can echolocate, because why not? Mermaids, right? Oh, hey! Somebody's watching my my Phoenix Wright stuff, and then Emerald City Confidential too. That was good. I liked that game. I don't know how popular it was, but it is a good game. I really love the Oz series. I read all those books when I was younger, and then I think I did a couple of the ebooks. Actually, I've got some Oz paraphernalia right here, which I can show you if you actually care. So, oh wow, I've got way more Oz paraphernalia than I actually thought. Give me a second here. This was back when I was, you know, doing ebooks and stuff like that. So this is a book which was illustrated by the same guy who illustrates the Oz books. He did a bunch of fairy tale things. And so he, I mean, you can tell it's obviously his style. So this is one of the fairy tale books he did, I think before or after Oz. You can kind of see it's the same sort of character. It looks like Ozma of Oz. It's basically the exact same sort of thing. Cool. Let's see. These are books. He wrote a bunch of books under a pen name, Edith Van Dyne. So this is the Mary Louise, which was started off as like a girl detective series. So it's basically he wrote a girl detective series. He also wrote the Aunt Jane's series, Aunt Jane's Nieces series. So I actually got these books in order to make an ebooks. Never did. Josie O'Gorman was a spin-off of the Mary Louise Girl Detective series. It was only like 3 books, so don't get your hopes up. No, it was like 2 books. It wasn't a very successful spin-off, but Josie O'Gorman was clearly the best character in that detective series. And then this is the final paraphernalia. These are ridiculously rare. They made like less than 1,000 of these, so I need to treat it carefully. These are stocking stuffers. These books were made for stockings. You can see it's smaller than my hand, and so this is like 1900-something. 1905, a stocking stuffer. So basically, they had him, the guy who wrote Wizard of Oz. He basically wrote the introduction to these fairy tale books, these smaller fairy tale books. One is Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, one's just random fairy tales. And so I actually managed to find these books, which, like I said, is impossible because they made, like, so few of them. In any case, I have gotten the shark stuff, and we're almost done with the shark puzzle, which took forever because I have been just talking about random things. This was also impossible to figure out or to program because I need to determine, hey, do I put the clam inside, do I not? Do I grab the shell or not, the starfish or not, I think. In any case, it's all done now. Now that I have all 5 teeth, I put them into the slots, and guess what? Oh my gosh, we've got hidden papers! So we did it. We found the shark military papers. It was imperative to copy and replace the papers, and they basically got a copy of the papers before the sharks showed up. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. With my first Phoenix Wright walkthroughs, I hardly read or speak the dialogue in the first few games. I don't know why. I think that was just the way I did video walkthroughs back then. You'll notice I do that with some of the Nancy Drew walkthroughs too, is I just be quiet and let the characters talk, and I only chime in like every 1 to 2 minutes. So, you know, I only comment after every 3 or so lines of dialogue, basically. That's how I did it back then. Okay, so, anyway, Nancy the Mermaid translates everything, and Commander Flipsy talks to her. And she's graduated! She's been promoted to Commander. Alrighty. And yes, she's a Commander. Hooray for Nancy. Mermaids don't live as long as dolphins. Poor dolphins. A daughter? Does that mean you and your husband, you know... Husband? What's a husband? Oh, never mind. I forgot mermaids don't have families like dolphins do. I remember hearing something about that, but I don't remember the specifics. What? What should Nancy ask? What's a husband? So this was the romance, the dolphin romance. What's a husband? That's what dolphins call it when a male and female live together for life. Like a family or romantically? Mermaids have romantic relationships? Of course we do. Sometimes, I mean, oh gosh, why am I feeling embarrassed all of a sudden? Some mermaids have romantic relationships with males, but females outnumber males to the 1. Well, that's not how it is with dolphins. Yeah, and since there aren't enough males to go around, it's difficult to find one and start a romantic relationship. So if a dolphin male wanted to date a mermaid female, he'd have a good chance at success. I suppose. Why are you asking? Are you desperate for a mermaid girlfriend or something? No! This is just professional curiosity. I didn't know being curious was a profession. There's no need to be cheeky, Nancy. The truth is, I think mermaids are quite... Flipsy, Nancy! So yeah, Flipsy has a crush on Nancy. It's so cute. And this is Lieutenant Swimmers. Oh, wait. What should we call this person? I think this is the last character we can make a name for. So what do you think the name for this character should be? What should her name be? The mermaid doesn't have the same name as Nancy's daughter. Aww. We already have a George. I like Swimmers. But everybody says I have to do Ned. Let's go with Ned. Nancy, this is Lieutenant Ned. Ah. What can I do, Lieutenant? You've been assigned to Mission Titanic. That was so amazing. Let's do it again. You've been assigned to Mission Titanic. Once more, you've been assigned to Mission Titanic. Mission Titanic? I thought it was canceled when Mermaid died. It wasn't canceled, just postponed. You saying Nancy's gonna do it? It's too dangerous. So this is something I specifically tried to do. I tried to have, like, longer conversations in this game. Like, there's an actual difference between the two conversations you have. So who's Mermaid? She's a commander in the army, just like me. She was a commander before she was killed. We don't know she's dead. She hasn't been seen in a year. Flipsy's right. I've never heard of sharks keeping prisoners. It's not sharks, it's humans. Humans? She was killed by land dwellers? That's correct. We sent Commander Mermaid on a reconnaissance mission in human territory. But how? And why would we need a mermaid to spy on humans? Before I tell you, this is confidential. You can't tell anyone. Understood. Good. About 300 years ago, we developed a way to turn mermaids into humans. What? You can't be serious. I am. The process turns a mermaid tail into a pair of legs for about a week. Legs? The things they have below their waists? Oh, right, legs. We've been keeping tabs on humans just in case they discover mermaids exist. What we found out is worse. Much worse. What is it? Human technology has grown a lot. They developed new boats that travel underwater. Submarines! I saw a submarine on an episode of the Little Mermaid TV show, and that's why I threw this line in. Is this confidential information? Let's tell everyone. The submarines can reach the mermaid home, and they're building the Titanic, a gigantic ship. Largest ship that's ever been built. It could destroy us completely. So about a year ago, they sent Mermaid to Human World to find out more about the warship, and she disappeared after 2 days. They lost contact with her. The others, they sent two other people. They sent Riptide and Aqua. They both disappeared. I told you we don't know for sure. We just lost contact with them. Now you're sending Nancy to follow her. This is madness. No, this is Mermaidia. Okay, so Nancy is good enough at languages to learn human, and so that's why she's being given this mission. Mission, Mermaid Titanic. Mermaid Mission Titanic. Okay, obviously Flipsy doesn't want her to go on this mission, but she doesn't have a choice. The existence of this species depends on the mission. And Nancy remembers her daughter and agrees to do it. She agrees to become a human. It's not permanent. It's not permanent. So that's a relief. Flipsy, what I can't do is doom my daughter to death along with every other mermaid I've ever known. You should know better than anyone how violent humans are. What do you need, Lieutenant? What we need is you to learn human as quickly as possible. They've got several books and other things from sunken ships. Okay, so I was going to do a visual gag here at this point in the game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. Wait, well, so I wanted a visual gag of like mermaid hair covering her face. I thought that would be silly, but no. Okay, she's learning English, by the way. English is the human that she's learning. Stupid clothing. So I went with this visual gag instead. I can barely swim in these things, and my hair's all messed up too. It looks fine to me. No humans will recognize you as a mermaid, I suppose. I've got a going away present for you. It's a shell phone. I love that joke. Okay, so that way they can keep in contact. I'm serious, Nancy. I lost Mermy. I don't want to lose you too. Was Mermy special to you in a romantic way? What? Why would you? Earlier you talked about dating mermaids. I figured you and Mermy were close. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. She was attractive and friendly, but I'm a dolphin, and she... It doesn't matter. You know the rules. You can't date a superior officer in the army. It's a conflict of interest. I never heard of that rule. It's true. I could date you, but I couldn't date Ned. Hypothetically speaking, of course. That's good. I'm a much better girlfriend than Ned. Hypothetically speaking, of course. That's not funny. Of course not. It's hilarious. But don't worry. I'll figure out what happened to Mermy and the others, too. You will? Yes, I'll research them at the same time I research the Titanic. I'll consider it a secondary mission. So basically, we're going to look into these other mermaids. That was the end of the mermaid romance. Mermaid-dolphin romance. Like I said, my wife vetoed the mermaid-dolphin romance. And so, poor General Flipsy, Commander Flipsy just kind of has an unrequited crush on Nancy. Okay, so Nancy is going to pretend to be a foreigner rather than a local. So, what country is she going to be from? Franceland? Greenmania? Or Hymericania? Oh, and we've got a trivia question. Alright. How do you stop the villain in Royal Tower, Final Scene, Warning of Waverly Academy, and Haunted Carousel? All four, jeez. Okay. Royal Tower, you push a button on the wall and they fall down the stairs. Final Scene, you throw powder in the culprit's eyes. Warnings of Waverly Academy, you don't really stop the culprit in that game. Like, you avoid being sliced to death, and then that's how you just follow after the culprit. Haunted Carousel, you move the statue's arm down, and then the culprit gets hit by a sign. Okay, Greenmania is the only vote, so let's go with that. I'm going to be from Greenmania. It's far away enough that no real Greenmanes should be there. How far away is it? Pretty far inland, 2 or 3 countries away. I don't know human distances. I've also picked a name for myself. Did you know humans have 2 names? I didn't. That's weird. 2 names for 1 person? It's weird. Anyway, my name is gonna be... What should her name be? So this was another thing that I just picked. I just made up a bunch of random names. I think there's like 20 of these. And so it randomly assigns the names. Every time you play the game, you'll get another random name assigned to you. But I had to make it so that the first name and second name were always different. So that was the killer to program. That the second catch to make sure that the names didn't work. La 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 la. Okay, anybody want a specific last name here? I'm not gonna go with Drew. Let's go with Arglefumph. If the name Argle shows up, then the last name is automatically Fumph assigned to it. You can also type out Arglefumph as one word. My name's gonna be Arglefumph. That can't be a real name. It totally is, trust me on this. No way, it sounds too stupid. It sounds like somebody just pressed keyboard buttons randomly without caring what the end result was. Spoiler alert, that's how the Arglefumph YouTube channel name was created. High School Michael came up with it was a random screen name High School Michael came up with, and because I had been using it for a few years, I think, I decided to go with that. First name. Okay. Somebody said Drew. Dancer. My name's gonna be Drew Dancer. Well, you've got everything under control. You've got money, clothes. She doesn't have clothes. She only wears that outfit. It would take forever. I mean, the artwork would have taken an extra, like, 6 months just to do different clothes for every scene. Double supply of human potion turns her to a human for a week. Okay, she swims to shore. Are you nervous? Are you nervous? I'm terrified. What if something goes wrong and I lose my tail? On top of that, I have to pretend to be a human. Okay, so this was a scene which multiple people complained about. The original version of this dialogue was, what if something goes wrong and I lose my tail forever? I can't stand to lose her. I really like her. The idea is that tails are female. I figured these mermaids would consider that their tails have a gender and you know, the gender is female. Nobody understood that. Nobody understood that. And they're like, why is she talking about her daughter? Did you miss a line? I'm like, no, she was... Anyway, so I changed that line. Okay, I'm not an actress, and everybody else has died. Think positive, Nancy. Nobody believes in mermaids. I know. I'm doing it for Bess, for Mom, and for you. For me, you've been a huge inspiration, Flipsy. Aw, thanks, Nancy. You're an inspiration, too. I mean, I probably would have dropped out if Lieutenant Ned was my commander. She's kind of a dork. That is not so inspiring. I know I'm babbling. I should leave before I get cold fins. Talk to you later tonight, okay? Okay. Nancy kissed Flipsy on the cheek and swam to shore. As she swam, she tried to convince herself she'd see her dolphin friend again. I'm not going to be the fourth mermaid to die on Mission Titanic. I'm not. So she took the human potion, and her tail became legs. Ah! Fortunately, she couldn't see her tail because she was wearing that dress. She didn't want to see her tail disappear. It was sort of painful. She stretched her legs. Leg fingers are half the size of hand fingers? What a disappointment! Isn't it kind of a disappointment? Like, look at my fingers. They're so long, and then my toes are just like these tiny things, right? You can't grab stuff with your toes. Nancy spits in seawater. I got a human tongue. She puts on her hat and goes to shore. Basically, I had her put on her hat because it makes this scene look a little different. I made it! Just one small step for... She fell face first into the wet sand. I hate this already. Miss, are you okay? Quid cogitas? What? Excuse me? Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting to meet humans this quickly. I have to remember I need to speak human now. Hello, I'm okay. Oh, thank goodness, when we saw you fall, we were worried you were injured. You're all wet, what happened? Yikes, do humans talk this quickly? What happened? So which option should we pick? She speaks mermaid a couple of times in this game. It's just Latin. I just translated from Latin. One of the commenters was like, mermaids don't speak Latin. I can give you a link to mermaid language stuff. I'm like, no, these mermaids speak Latin now. It was, And there's a reason for it later on in the game. There's a puzzle where you're spelling out a phrase in Latin in Mermaid. And so I'd already gotten the puzzle kind of done, and so I did not want to redo the puzzle. Okay, swimming is less sketchy. I was swimming. In the ocean, isn't that dangerous? That makes it more fun. You went swimming in a dress and hat? Yeah, I like my hat. It's a good hat. Yes, it's a nice hat. I'm Drew Dancer. Pleased to meet you. I'm Charles Burrows, and this is my wife, Molly. I've never heard a name like yours before. Where are you from? Now, Molly, she's clearly French. We can hear from her accent. I'm not from France. I'm from Greenmany. Oh, I see. You didn't swallow any water in the ocean, did you? No, I'm not hungry. Are you? Are you sure you're alright? You're acting odd. Do they suspect something? So should she be aggressive or passive? And I actually did, you know, like I said, try to make the different pathways matter. So, there's like a variable. The game will remember if you were mean to him or not. And it will remember if you chose to go swimming or not. Aggressive. Let's go with aggressive. Nancy has a very aggressive personality here in this game. 2 votes for aggressive. Yes, okay. I kind of, you know, coming up with the personality, I kind of modeled her off of Videl from Dragon Ball Z, who was a really cool character. I'm fine. Mind your own business, you bloated walrus. My word! If I want to swim in the ocean with all my clothes on, that's no concern of yours. Keep a closer eye on your male, Molly. He's quite belligerent. You're the woman, he's the man, so you're in charge of him. He's your responsibility. Make him behave. Like I said, the mermaids have a matriarchal society. I don't know how they do things in your country, but here in England... Calm down, Charles. She's confused. Let's not take offense. And she gives us something. It is a card. It's a card for their hotel, so she can find them later on. I love this. Be nice, Charles. She obviously didn't mean it. Yes, I did. Charles was a jerk. I specifically asked the person to give Charles a mustache because she calls him a bloated walrus. He's not bloated, but he does have a mustache. Oh, and people are saying happy 11th birthday. Oh, thank you. So scare away our other guests. We never had a mad woman visit before. It'll be fun. Never had a mad woman visit. Huh, what about the Christmas your mother stayed over? Charles? Okay, Nancy gets the hang of walking. It's so weird. She listens to humans. They have so many leg words. She sees a road. She sees a horse. She's surprised to see horses. Horses are a thing. I don't see any blood anywhere. That was a joke. It's sort of a running joke. She doesn't quite understand what human words mean, so she misunderstands what people say and misspeaks. That kind of goes away about after her first or second day on land. He does sort of look like the Monopoly Man, doesn't he? Huh? Well, you know. So she sees a sign that says Mermaid, Mr. Maynard's Seaside Attraction, a real-life mermaid. And so she decides to go there. What's the name you must spell with the dolls in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon? That's Shoyance, right? Something like, I'm mispronouncing it, obviously. Nancy followed the signs to a tent. I love this music. This Carnival music is great. I feel bad for the person who did the artwork because they had, you know, they had a different thing here because they didn't know this game takes place in Titanic times. So it's like we changed the electrical lamp to something else. So the poor artist was forced to redo that section. Pay money. Here's the money. Okay. Is there a problem? She doesn't know what money's worth. Doesn't matter which option you pick, he's going to let you in anyway. She walks around, and then she sees a mermaid. In the corner of the tent, she found the mermaid inside a tank of water. There. I never saw a mermaid before. Oh, it's obviously a fake in a costume. But if it's fake, how does she hold her breath for so long? I don't know, and I don't care. Let's move on to the fire eater. Neato! Okay, so Nancy goes to the tank, and she whispers, "What are you, a real mermaid?" The mermaid's eyes shot open. "I'm Aqua. You speak mermaid?" Nancy... I love the fake Latin here. Is Nanciam etiam serenium soup. So basically it's I am Nancy, also mermaid. Here I came on Mission Titanic. But I just love how, like, Nancy am. That just looks silly. She says, "Leave. It's very dangerous." Beautiful creature, isn't she? Ah, Ah, so here is the Monopoly Man. Yes, this is the culprit of the game, Mr. Maynard. He's an evil person. This section of the game took forever to write. There are like 5 to 6 different choices you make here, and the conversation's different for every single pathway. Beware, he is the one who captured me. Yeah, it sounds like the fish is talking to you. Ha ha ha. Okay, so be careful. How should she respond? Should she say, yes, she's talking to me, or no, she's not talking to me? Let's play it cool and say no. Fish do not talk. Are you sure? Yes, all they do is create bubbles. I think you mean create bubbles. Well, whoops. You must be one of the foreigners who've come to England this week. Welcome to our country. Yes, I'm a foreigner from Gremany. You mean Germany, don't you? Yes, Germany. Stupid English language. Why are you so hard to understand? And the game actually keeps track of the fact that you know what the country is now. What brings her here? Mermaids are the Titanic. And we've got a question here. Arglefumph, what are the 3 death scenes in Message in a Haunted Mansion? Fire. You could let the fire rage. You drop the chandelier when nobody's around. I think Rose might fire you for that one. And somebody said mermaids. Okay, let's go with mermaids. I came here to see the mermaid. I don't remember what the 3rd death is in Message in a Haunted Mansion. I love this. He's got a techno beat. Sorry, I'm checking out myself in the live cam because I've never done a face cam walkthrough before, and so I'm just getting distracted by my handsome, handsome face. Interested in mermaids, huh? I've heard about them. I never thought I'd see one. Most people haven't. This is the only live mermaid in captivity. I caught it myself. Should you ask for details or express disbelief? Yeah, there's a death scene in Nancy Drew, the Haunted Carousel, where her foot gets run over by... She's got a couple of death scenes in the roller coaster room. Her foot gets run over. That's right. Getting caught snooping in Lewis's briefcase. If you say the wrong thing to Lewis, you get kicked out, and that's a game over in Message in a Haunted Mansion. Okay. But yeah, no, in a Haunted Carousel, Nancy's foot can get run over, or she can get electrocuted. And those both happen at the, what do you call it? Those both happen at the roller coaster. Ask for details. How did you capture it? Are you a sailor? No, I was walking down the beach with a companion. Okay, Potea mea cum... I don't need to translate it. My transformation potion didn't work. I was trapped on the shore. What happened next? I pulled the mermaid farther ashore so it couldn't escape. It put up a fight. And you just happen to have a giant tank of water? Let's change the subject. What brings you here to England? I presume you're here for the Titanic. Yes, I am. You and half of Europe, it feels like. All the tourists are good for business. Do you have a ticket? A ticket? Yeah, the man outside gave me a ticket. No, a ticket for the Titanic. Oh, no, I do not. I need a ticket for it? Oh, if I position my head carefully, it will look like I have a mermaid body. Like this. I'm a mermaid, everybody. Mermaid, 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 Michael. Mermaid, 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 Michael. My shoulders are kind of getting in the way of that trick, but it's still amazing. Okay, so, alas, I don't have somebody to share the second ticket with. Would you like to be my escort and have the second ticket? Yes or no? Are you going to go on the Titanic with him? Drama. Drama. So I think I'm going to say no. If you say yes, he is creepy. Perhaps it will lead to love. Love? Yes, cruise ships are romantic. I wouldn't be surprised if you slipped me a kiss. Ah, but who can wait until then? Why not give me a kiss now and officially seal our partnership? No. Excuse me? No, I won't kiss you, and if you think I ever will, I'm not going anywhere with you. Don't be like that. We were getting along so nicely. That was before you started acting like a jerk. A jerk? Well, if I'm a jerk, I'll have to reveal your secret. What do you mean? You lied to me earlier. I was watching you. You were talking with the mermaid and you said you didn't. So let's see. I think if we go back... Would you like to go with him? No, I prefer to be alone. But we make such a charming couple. The handsome businessman, the beautiful foreigner. I said I'd prefer to travel alone. You don't want me to find out your secret? So as you can see, they talk about the same general thing no matter which option you take. Basically, no matter which option you take, this guy's a jerk and he wants to reveal your secret. I don't like the tone of his voice. I also don't like him. I have no secrets. You lied. I did. I was watching you. You were having a conversation with the mermaid and you said you didn't. Why would you lie to me? Why would you lie about talking to mermaids? Are you one of them? Are you a mermaid? Yeah, this guy is a con man. I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, I'm a mermaid. I have a tail. I live in the sea, and my name is Nancy. I came here on a secret mission to destroy the Titanic and kill all humans. I liked you better before you were sarcastic. I liked you better before you said anything. I think I'll like you even better when I never see you again. She's feisty, just like you, my lovely mermaid. Ah, but I'm not fooled. I heard her talking to you. How does she know your language? Perhaps she's a mermaid herself? I knew this would happen. I knew once I captured you, there would be others. Other mermaids who come to rescue you. It was only a matter of time. And she dropped something. Yeah, in other pathways, she will actually give him the card, but in this pathway, she ran away because she was angry and she dropped the card. And so now he knows where the mermaid is staying. That's very, very bad news. And he's creepy. He's just creepy. You're just creepy. Meanwhile, here comes the hotel. I booked this room months ago. Somebody was willing to pay double. Rooms are at a premium. Yes, that's why I booked the room months ago. Look, the only room we have left is... Hi, is this a hotel? Oh, great, she's returned. This is supposed to be the hotel, but they don't have any rooms left. No rooms? Then why'd you give me your card? Look, I'm not trying to cheat you. We just had a bunch of customers show up. I'm sorry, but we don't have any rooms besides doubles. Where am I gonna find a roommate? I've been talking human too long. My brain hurts. I'm sorry, you said the bulls? Those are animals. What do they have to do with rooms? No, doubles! Rooms for 2 people. Oh. This is ridiculous. I want a refund. That sounds reasonable. Hey, give us the room. So, Nancy is forced to room with this random stranger. There are 2 people. It has separate beds, so it's not like this is a scandalous situation or anything. An unmarried couple sharing a room together? That's improper! No, what's improper is giving somebody's room away. Bloody foreigners. I'll get Molly to prepare the room. Okay, so I should note that this was like an impossible thing to program. Human stuff. You'll notice, because this guy is incredibly tall. He is ridiculously tall. His name is Andreas, by the way. And so, his last name is Felictus, but nobody can pronounce his last name, so it's Phillips. That means fish lover, by the way. He's a fish lover. I'm Drew Dancer from Germany. I'm from Greece. Nice to meet you. So, do you want to make small talk or ignore him? Let's ignore him. So, what brings you here? I need a room to stay. You already know that. No, I mean, what brings you here to England? It's personal. Oh. Personal in what way? Like business related or family? Listen, Andreas, we're roommates, not friends. I do not want to talk to you about my life. Oh, I see. Sorry for being nosy. I just need space right now. Okay. It's getting late. Listen, okay, so the room's all set up. Room number 12. We only got an extra meal, though. Molly will make some food. Drew, a.k.a. Nancy Drew, she wants to go to her room and make the phone call to the other mermaids, so that's what she's going to do right now. Okay, zooming through that conversation. About the bill, oh, what's it now? So you notice with all the humans we can't actually see their feet. They have feet, but they're actually standing on the ground. So that made it really hard to locate the humans or put the human characters anywhere on the screen, because I had to say you're in this position and then down like 0.10%, by like 10%. She's using echolocation, sees a dog and thinks it's gross. Whereas the mermaids you'll see here, they're just floating in the middle of the screen. They're actually center justified. They're just exactly in the middle of the screen. I don't have to worry about moving them up or down. So that was great. That was so easy. So after, you know, the first part of the game was all mermaids, and now the second part of the game is like, what? I have to determine how far up and down the characters are standing? That's ridiculous. Dorsal fins are the greatest. You should get one. Mermaids don't have dorsal fins, but they're the shell phone. Answer it. Nancy, that you? It's me. Thank goodness we're sick about you. Said the dolphin, who spent 20 minutes bragging about dorsal fins. Is that Lieutenant Ned? Yes, I'm here. Okay, so this is a thing. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can only talk about 4 of these things before you run out of time. That's how the game is programmed. So which ones do you want me to talk about? I'll just pick whichever one you guys want me to talk about. We only get 4 of them. You won't be able to talk about them all. I figured that would be something just to encourage replaying the game. Okay, somebody said Titanic. I learned about the Titanic. It's not good. It's a big deal. Humans are coming from all over the world to talk about it. All over the world. It's good for my mission. There's so many strangers in town. Multiple humans call me a mad foreigner, so they must be expecting people like me. That's good. Continue being mad around humans. Let them know we're not easily pushed around. Also, it's not Titanic. It's RMS Titanic. RMS? What is that? They're human letters. I think it stands for Ravage Mermaid Soon. That is truly horrifying. I'm worried too. I'll prioritize finding the Titanic. Okay, people also wanted Maynard and Andreas, so let's do Maynard. I met Maynard. He seems ominous. He asked me pointed questions. He thinks I'm a mermaid. Oh no! You've got to abort the mission. Go back to the ocean, quick! No, you've got to attack him before he turns you into the authorities. Don't worry, I was able to hide my identity. But here's the weird thing. Most humans don't believe in mermaids. I don't understand. If they don't believe in mermaids, why are they attacking mermaids with the warship? And Flipsy thinks mermaid existence is top secret information only the government knows about. Okay, Andreas. I didn't talk to him for very long. I told him to stop. Why would you do that? What? No, that's what she should do. You shouldn't get chatty with human males. How is she supposed to spy on humans if she doesn't talk to them? He's asking personal questions. Why he was here. Questions you should avoid. You have a cover story. You should use it. Yeah, I got the name of my home country wrong. Whoops. Okay, enough warnings. Finally, let's talk about Aqua. Why not? Aqua's the mermaid. She found her. Brown hair, purple tail. Yep, that's her. Had to change that line of dialogue as soon as the picture was finished. So it's like, oh, her tail's a different color. So her human transformation potion didn't work. She wasn't able to go back into the ocean. Captured by a human. It's like, captured her on shore at a beach sideshow. I don't know what those words mean. You know what a cage is? It's a cage. People come by to see her like a zoo. And most people think the mermaid is a trick. So she definitely knows mermaid, but Aqua has not been speaking human to any of the humans. I don't know why. And they were interrupted pretty quickly. You don't want to end up in one of those tanks. Tanks! Whatever. And Molly's coming. Stay safe. I want to see you again. I like this. It's Molly. Stay safe, Nancy. I want to see you again. Thanks, Flipsy. That's really nice of you. Well, it's true. I'm here too, says Ned. You... Okay, cut off that conversation. She learns humans don't have echolocation right here. Okay, and she goes to get her food. Later that night, Nancy goes to the sideshow. I'm pretty sure she was in this corner. Oh no, but there are human guards there. Aqua, can you hear me? Nancy, don't try to save me. There are guards. I saw the guards. I wanted to ask you, how were you captured? The potion only worked halfway. I had half a leg and half a tail. What? There were toes at the end and a half-formed knee. I couldn't move it. It's disgusting. I tried rolling over and crawling to shore, but then these guards noticed something. So the guards get paranoid and go out to check, and Nancy is forced to hide. But, she does learn that the other mermaid, Riptide, is at Smith's Grocery. But meanwhile, while she was there, guess who's at the hotel? Maynard. Came out of the ocean fully dressed. She's swimming with no clothes. She said she was swimming, but I didn't see it. All I saw was her walking out the ocean. And this is where the game remembers what conversation you had earlier with Charles. Okay, so this game, for the newcomers, this is Mermaid Mission Titanic, a game which I wrote and programmed myself. Yep, the game's available for purchase now on Steam, so it's sold... I'm not allowed to say how many copies. More than 60, less than 70 copies. Basically, the way Steam works is they only give you money if you've made more than $100 per month. So, like, every month from now on, I'll be getting an email saying, you haven't made $100. No money for you! Where are the mermen? Well, now we're on land, and there's only one mermaid on land here. And yeah, thanks for all the birthday wishes, everyone. Okay, so Maynard is basically doing recon work and learning about the mermaid, and he pretty much decides she's 100% a legit mermaid. I think the way it's supposed to work with the game system is you're supposed to have like 5 or so games on Steam, and that way you only, you know, if you've got a bunch of different games that are selling copies, it's a lot easier for you to meet the $100 threshold. Okay, if you've got another mermaid, I mean, if you've got another trivia question, just let me know. Any Nancy Drew or just trivia questions in general, let me know. Probably Nancy Drew trivia, though. I can't answer other trivia questions. Maynard contemplates kidnapping our hero because he's a jerk. I wrote this in, this is RenPy, is the name of the program. REN''PY, which is an abbreviated version of Python. This is the worst food I've ever tasted. I'd rather eat seaweed. Okay, she takes their plates. It's not morning until the sun comes up. I don't trust lights. Really, they're common nowadays. Okay, so Nancy wants to go to the Titanic. And he's got a ticket for the Titanic, but it's going to be hard to get a ticket for the Titanic. So Nancy might need to ask when she goes on shore. The artwork was done by 3 people. 3 different people. Let's see their names. Saving my game. Oh man, we have to sit through all these other credits though. These are the people that checked out the script before I started programming, and then these are the people that did it after I programmed everything. Becky Lane did the artwork, Amanda Coote did the backgrounds, Allison Rose did all bunch of other stuff. So she like did this background here for the ending screen. She did those backgrounds. The credit screen I actually did myself. That was me. All the, like, she did the logo, she did all the artwork for the website, she did the, like, icon for the game even, which is really cool, and the text box, which was big. That was huge, doing the text box. Oh yeah, and the Titanic in real life went to France and then went to America. It stopped off at France first. I don't think people really noticed that. Okay, so she's going to Smith's Grocery, and here Andreas mentions, hey, why did you sneak out in the middle of the night last night? You noticed? I thought he was asleep. I woke up with a splitting headache. Where did you go, anyway? She went to the bathroom. That's a good excuse. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Stop babbling, it's not a big idea. My heart will go on. What? My heart will go on and on. Oh, oh. I'm not sure I quite hit those notes correctly. No, you open the door. I believe there without you. Which place should I go to first? Am I going to go to the Titanic? There's going to be a puzzle there. Or am I going to go to Smith's Grocery to meet the one mermaid? There's going to be a puzzle there, too. Okay, so here is it. How does Nancy escape trapped outside in the Royal Tower? She fixes the... she goes into the shed and fixes the ski lift. And Dexter sees it and lets her inside. How does she escape when she's trapped outside in... Blue Moon Canyon? I don't remember her being trapped out. She does the, I mean, the endgame challenge is her doing whatever you call that thing. Minecart challenge. And in Stay Tuned for Danger, the way she escapes is by pressing like 8 buttons randomly to unlock the door. Okay, we had a vote for Titanic. Thank you, one person who consistently votes. Thank you. You are the real MVP. This has to be the ship everyone's talking about. It's gigantic, massive, positively Titanic! Oh, is that how they came up with the name for it? Yeesh, uncreative humans. So this was great. Actually, I just took a real-life photo and gave it to, I think it was Becky, as a reference photo. And she did a great job with all these photos. It's kind of fun with these characters. Like, this character obviously doesn't show up anywhere besides here. He's just a tour guide. See the Titanic. Only 2 shillings per person. The deal of a lifetime. You'll tell your children, your grandchildren, their grandchildren. Okay, geez, stop talking. I'll take a tour. Thank you for your patronage. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. So this is actually kind of a cool part. I got to play around with transitions, and we see all these other rooms from the Titanic. I love it. Okay, so, the tour of the Titanic, the most amazing thing she's ever seen. It makes hair become dry? What is this miraculous invention? It's called a towel. That's so wonderful. I have to get one for my daughter. Yes, well, now let's just keep up and go to the barber shop. There was a barber shop on the Titanic. What's this wonderful place? It's a hallway. You use it to get from one room to another. Now this one, press everyone, it's the first class dining room. Yeah, whatever, I've been in eating rooms before. Ooh, look at the plates. The silverware is so expensive. Oh wait, the humans are impressed by this. I'd better play along. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That's also a real life picture from the Titanic, the really cool staircase. What's a staircase? I don't... Ow! That does it. From now on, you're taking the elevator. I believe they also had elevators on the Titanic. Okay, so the most important part was when they visited the underground area. I forget the name of this. It starts with a B. The bulkheads. All right, the bulkheads in the Titanic, and I did research on that. There are 16 bulkheads. It's basically a room that's filled with water, which helps the thing float. And there's fancy Titanic music. I like the fancy Titanic music. So the doors were special because they could be closed. He's basically explaining this, but the doors could be closed remotely. So that was cool. Airtight, waterproof doors on the bulkheads. It basically made it impossible for the Titanic to sink because you'd have to like smash over half of the bulkheads in order to make it sink. Nancy takes this information to heart and realizes this is a great way to destroy the Titanic. What if an iceberg did it? A really sharp one. An iceberg in April? Unlikely. Okay, and she doesn't care about the engine. That's funny. I just thought it'd be funny if she didn't know what an engine was and didn't care. And the walls are very thin. So, she tries to figure out a way to destroy it. She calls Flipsy. You'll never guess where I'm calling from. Land? No. Water? No. Floating in midair 2 feet above the surface? I'm calling from the Titanic. Oh, this is a business call. What's that supposed to mean? You're not calling just to talk to me. Am I supposed to talk to you? Maybe, if you're not too busy. We're friends, right? I suppose so. It's not like I'm on vacation. Mission Titanic, life or death. Never mind, I'm half asleep. I actually had to look up how dolphins sleep. They sleep one half of the brain from the other. So, like, the right-hand side of the brain and right-hand eye is asleep while the left-hand side is awake. That way they can just basically float on the surface. That's how they sleep. But they can't be fully asleep with both halves of the brain asleep at the same time, otherwise they'd sink and drown. Okay, she's explaining how bulkheads work to Commander Flipsy. Okay, that was the sound effect we made ourselves. Most of the sound effects are in this segment of the game. So this is a puzzle. This was an adventure game puzzle. I wanted to see if it was possible to do this kind of puzzle. And this took forever to program, but I think it was worth it. So there are 3 rooms. 1, 2, 3. What part of the room do you want to look at first? First, second, or third? So basically this is like supposed to be like a Nancy Drew style puzzle where you've got these 3 rooms and you search them for items. So like here we found one item. It's a bolt of light, and these are the pictures I drew myself. I drew all the pictures, the inventory items here. So we have a lighted area. It's like, do we have an item for that? Well, not yet. We have a shiny diamond. We have a piece of lettuce. It's iceberg lettuce. Huh? I thought that joke was hilarious. Nobody thought that was hilarious, but we have a closed shell and crates, and that's it. We can't search. Those are the items in this area. We have a lighted area, a shell, and a crate. And in my inventory, I've got a crystal. I've got the lettuce. That's basically it. So, do you think we could use any of these items on these things? I don't know. Let's check a different area, get more items. Oh, people wanted me to search the first area. Cool. So, this item, which is a high heel shoe. In the programming, it's referred to as a boot, but I thought it'd be funnier if it was a high-heeled shoe. So this is mashed potatoes. It's funny, you know, I had a family member came in and just saw all these pictures. It's like, you have a picture of a shoe and mashed potatoes and a rabbit and scissors. What is the point of this? These are called scissors. It's a bunny rabbit. It's very cute. And those are all the other items. So let's see, we got a crowbar. We have a spoon. We have a chunk of ice with something in it. And we have a sock. There's something inside it because the top is tied up. So those are, that's basically how this puzzle works, is we get a bunch of inventory items. You could get them in any order. We've got that thing. crowbar, and she makes a bunch of jokes about what things are, because she doesn't know what things are, because she's a mermaid. Octopus escape. Now that would be a great mermaid game. A spoon? They're great for throwing at people you dislike, although I've been told not to do that. Hi, welcome to the live stream. This is Mermaid Mission Titanic. Thank you. So, what item can we use on the shell? Do we have an item that can be used on the shell? Let's use the lettuce. I'll put the lettuce on the shell and it will bow to my will. Ha ha ha. What? Lettuce doesn't let you control shells? That's a bummer. This was a lot of fun writing out every single possible thing. Every single possible thing. It's funny. I bonked the shell with the crystal, but nothing happened. The spoon can fit into the groove. Oh, it worked! Hey, the spoon worked, and that gives me a pearl. Cool. So, what item can you use on the lighted area? Scissors. Let's see. A boot? Okay, what about crystal? And that reveals a spot that's marked with the letter X. So, do we have something to break open the letter X? Lettuce? Now I have lettuce on the ground. Okay, then. Does the crowbar work? Nope. Nope, crowbar doesn't work. Yeah, that's cute. I like this. Pearl. We could call Flipsy for help. This was something that was fun, too. Flipsy will give you a clue. You can use the shoe to scoop something. Wait, that's supposed to be a shoe? But what? I'm not responsible for human fashion. So depending on what item you have, the game will tell you how to solve it. So, this was a joke. Basically, it is me messing with people, because if you try using the spoon on the mashed potatoes, she can't do it. You're actually supposed to use the boot, which is not actually a boot. So it's a funny... I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, that gives me a key. What a weird way to eat food. Humans are weird. Item on the rabbit is obviously the lettuce. And that gives me a locked box, which I can open with a key. I found one of the things I need to get out of the room. Hooray! We're finished with part number 1. Now we can do part number 2. Let me do part number 3 here. So the marked spot on the ground... I don't have anything for that, huh? The crate, this was another thing that I messed with people. You can't use a crowbar on the crate. How to use a crowbar on a crate? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of crowbars before, but it seems silly. So sometimes she doesn't do things just because I thought it would be kind of humorous to force you to do mermaid solutions. Just like in The Little Mermaid, where Ariel uses a fork as a comb. That was basically the idea that I was replicating here for adventure game puzzles. Okay, so in the ice block, I think I use a crowbar here. And that gives me a hammer. Okay, and the sock is all tied up. To break the string, we use scissors. That gives me a marble container. On the marble container, I'm putting in the pearl. It fits in perfectly, giving me one of the items I need. Finally, with the crate, I use the hammer on the crate. Wait, I love it. There's a crate here, but it's shut. How can I open it? Hammer? Oh no, I made it even harder to open. I wish there was a way to use it in reverse. Okay, I'm stuck here. Flipsy, what do I do? The hammer actually goes here on the marked spot on the floor. So that reveals a spot on, a mirror, which reveals a spot on the wall. What we do is we push the crate against the wall. So I can reach that area for the final code. Excuse me, interrupting my live stream. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
No. People can see you, Miss Darling. Here's Wifey. And I hear loud screaming children, so you better get on that. You guys probably could hear the loud screaming children too. Okay, so she leaves the Titanic and wonders that is not like what the? What are you doing? No, no, no toddlers. What are toddlers doing?
They're sneaking into the live stream.
Hi. Oh, you're just using it as a mirror. Can you show off your words? Can you say kitty cat?
Jealous dog. Can you say cookie?
Yeah. Do you want a cookie? Yeah. Oh. She's laughing. What was that? Just saying cookie. Okay.
Alright, Snack Bear, it's bedtime.
Bedtime!
It's so hard being a toddler.
It's very hard. You can't stay up and play video games all day. What size was this thing? Was it like this size? Is that a good size for my head? Do you need my head to be larger or smaller? Let me know. So whichever place you go to first, you go to the other place second. So, you know, obviously if you go to this place first, you go to the Titanic second. You get thrown there. So this is Mrs. Smith. You mentioned Riptide. She seems to know who Riptide is, but pretends she doesn't. So you can press the issue or leave it alone. Which one do you want to do? And also let me know about the size of the thing. Please tell me my person. Okay, good. My person who always makes decisions is still here in the chat. Lots of food here. Press it. Okay, cool. So this is a longer conversation. It lets you decide. I mean, this is a longer conversation. There are like 5 things you talk about. But first, we have a puzzle. Nobody's around. Maybe I'll tell you something about it. I'm not going to say anything, not unless you sort groceries. My head is good size? Great, thank you. Thanks, amigo. Yes, sure. So this was a logic puzzle, and this took forever to program, but eventually I figured out how to program it. I'm not going to say people's names on the stream. So grapes go in the middle. Eggplants are to the left of oranges, therefore it's this. And I did this artwork. This is all me. This is all 100% me. Good job. And she gets mad at you if you do it wrong. How's this? You made a mistake somewhere. You'll have to try again. And there's an achievement for solving all the puzzles, I believe. Okay, so salt is to the left of urchins, and majorum is to the right of urchins. Actually, I had Mary, my stepdaughter. She was the one who showed up here. I had her solve this puzzle just to make sure it was solvable. It's like I figure if somebody who's in grade school can solve the puzzle, then it's solvable. And this is the 3rd round of the puzzle, which is ridiculously hard. I already know this is a harder. Thanks for happy birthday. This is eerie. This is her theme. It's kind of eerie, isn't it? So my English club president. Okay, noodles are 5th. Everybody in the country in the tub. Everybody in the country wash and scrub. Everybody in the country to the pub. Michael is the president of the English club. Okay, so the words spell out ego sum sirena. I am a mermaid. This was a test to see if I knew Mermish. Yes, I had to make sure you're a mermaid before telling you. I'm Riptide. Riptide has decided to live her entire life as a human. Can you believe it? So that's why she's disappeared for 6 months. Attack? It's a warship designed to attack mermaids, right? No, it's a commercial ship. It takes people across the ocean. You can't be serious. My commander said there's an invasion. And the general's getting bad information. Humans aren't invading. You sure? Trust me, darling. I've been living as a human for 6 months. I know everything about them. How have you stayed human so long? That's another thing the mermaids have wrong. The human transformation potion, it's not a magic potion at all, it's just fresh water. This was my wife's idea. As you can tell, she was my consultant for lots of this walkthrough. I mean this game, writing the game. Yeah, so human water turns mermaids into humans. Fresh water is all you need in order to become a human. Oh hey, I've got a fan of my Babysitters Club reviews. Oh my gosh. So I am like at book number 70 right now. Book number 70. I am way far ahead of the reviews that have been posted. So I've got like at least 10 Babysitters Club reviews, which have been done. They just haven't been posted yet. And Nancy suggests that Riptide is a traitor to her race. And she ended up on a train without... You don't know what trains are. Well, a train took me to London and I was stranded there. She's basically forced to become a mermaid against... Forced to become a human against her will. Forced to become human to survive. And she likes Mr. Smith. He's a human. They're engaged. Huh? Engaged in battle? Engaged to be married. You're in love with a human? I didn't expect it to happen either, but he's so wonderful. You've gone native. The humans turned you into one of them. No, they haven't. I'll prove it. Look, I don't get off work for another hour. Where are you staying? Some hotel. I know where that is. I'll visit you as soon as I get off of work. We'll call your superiors together. I'll give them my report. And my shell phone was destroyed. Excuse me, can I get service? I'll be right with you. Only time that woman's going to appear. I've got a question. What is it? What happened to Mermaid, the other one? She died. She died, yep, and Riptide examined the body. It's kind of gross. She died failing to walk correctly. Okay, she visited Aqua. I sent Mr. Smith to the sideshow. He tried to buy the mermaid, and he got thrown out. Maynard refused to sell at any price. And the conversation was interrupted again. Okay, Nancy goes away. So Nancy wonders, 3 mermaids were sent on the mission. 1 dead, 1 captured, 1 living as a human. Were those the only options? Death, capture, or total surrender? I don't know. Are the humans planning an invasion, or is that a traitor talking? What if Riptide wasn't planning and reporting to her superiors ever? What if the meeting they planned was just a trap? Nancy knew there was only one way to find out. Wait and see. Will I end up like her someday? Okay, she left the grocery, she had lunch, and she goes back here. There you are! You're waiting for me. For your key, I locked myself out of the room. Seriously? I must have dropped my key in the library. I figured waiting for you would be easier. Oh, another happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like my birthday. Make him beg for it. I have the key in my bag. Thank you. You're wonderful. Not so fast. I want you to beg for it. I read about this in a human book. It sounds super cool. Beg? Get down on your knees and tell me that you love me. Ah. It's the line from Home Alone, I believe, right? I guess you don't want to get back in the room ever again. Fine, Oh, great and mighty Drew, I beseech thee, please give the key to me, your unworthy slave. You are wonderful and I am worthless before you, a worm, insignificant, and without a key of my own. Great, now praise my beauty. I would not feel comfortable doing that. Fine, whatever, let's go. Oh, good. Has anybody ever told you you've got a weird sense of humor? In some ways, I'm weirder than you know. Okay, so, by the door, I don't think we actually saw the laundry cart. Okay, well, there's a laundry cart by the door. She has no idea what laundry is. Humans clean their clothes regularly? Oh, why, they should totally, yeah. Nancy and Andreas, best couple ever. Yep. And Drew, you... Oh, I forget how we made that sound effect. We slapped something against this desk here. Like, I think it... I don't know. Maybe that's how... Anyway, she wakes up here. They're both tied up in chairs. Just pretend that they're tied up in chairs, okay? Where am I? I don't know, do you? I can't move my arms and legs. They're tied up. Why did you do this to me, you freak? It wasn't me. It was me. Maynard! How lovely to see you again. Shame we had to meet under such unfortunate circumstances. You know this man? Yes, I'm sorry. I was expecting her to be alone when I kidnapped her. Fortunately, the laundry cart was big enough to hide both your bodies. Where are we? Who are you? Why are you doing this? There's no need to pretend. I know the truth. You're not a human. Not human? What? You think she's a vampire or something? No, she's a mermaid. What? Are you mad? Mermaids aren't real. Actually, she should have a Greek accent because he's Greek. I don't know how to do a Greek accent. Sorry. Why aren't you saying anything in your defense, young lady? I'm just surprised at how foolish you are. Like you said, mermaids aren't real. Now, how come nobody's seen you before you swam out of the ocean yesterday? Why were you able to talk to my mermaid? Why did you lie about your origins? You're delusional. Let us go. I'm not stupid. I know kidnapping's a risky business. That's why I'm willing to make a deal. Prove you're not a mermaid and I'll let you go. How can I prove I'm not a mermaid? You can prove it by passing the salt water test. Salt water? Mermaids react differently to salt water, you know. If you're a human, you'll drink it just fine. He grabs her nose and forces salt water down her throat. She's forced to drink it, and... That was not me drinking, by the way. That was Mary doing the sound effect of drinking. And she's got a mermaid tail. Yes, yes! I'm roommates with a mermaid! I knew it. And now that I've proven your charade, why have two mermaids come on shore? How you're planning an invasion? Hey, you're the guys planning an invasion, not us. Okay, so she accuses the Titanic of being an invasion force. Maynard thinks that's ridiculous. Enough about boats. You need to keep your new human master happy. Come to me, my little mermaid. Okay, so how are we going to play this? Are we going to attack him, or are we going to seduce him? There are two places where we make choices in this escape sequence. Oh no, and everybody has to leave because they are college students with jobs. Seduce him, let's do it. You said you'd give me a ticket to Titanic for a kiss. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to kiss you, you big strong human. Have you ever kissed a mermaid before? I don't think he's kissed a human before either. No, and I don't want to. I meant you kiss like a fish. What's wrong? Don't you find me attractive? No, you're a fish! But Andreas finds me lovely. He says I'm the most wonderful woman. I have no idea what you're doing, but please leave me out of this. But I love... Enough! Be silent like the other mermaid. The other? Aqua. Yes, I'm going to put you in a tank next to her. A talking mermaid. Imagine how much money I'll make. What about me? I'll have to kill you. No, I'll do whatever you want. Maynard didn't listen to Andreas. He murdered Andreas right in front of me. Now I live in a tank in London. I tried calling out for help, but Maynard was smart enough to make a tank with thick walls nobody can hear. I just sit until I get rescued or until I die. Why doesn't anybody come to save me? Have the mermaids given up on me? I think there were actually 4 variations of this the end screen. Wait, no, that's not what happened. Try again and do it right this time. Oh yeah, I mean, I can understand somebody who would rather do this than homework. Okay, I'm skipping ahead. I'm going to attack him. I won't. I'll attack you. She flaps her tails, but it doesn't work. If we were in water, this would work better. We're on land where you're helpless. So he steps into place, and then she slaps him across the face as hard as possible. Ah! Good job. Yeah, see, she fooled him by pretending she was helpless and then smashed him in the face. I'll cut your tail! Haha! Look out, he's got a knife! You wouldn't! Birds can't fly, mermaids can't swim, I'll cut your tail! Haha! This is really bad. So, You can either echolocate his face or attack with your tail again. Decision time. Oh, I tricked everybody by thinking that was like the end of the game. Yeah, no. There's also a possible end sequence in the shark caves too. You could die there too. Attack with tail. She slapped her tail as hard as she could, but Maynard used the knife as a defensive weapon. He doesn't fall for the same trick twice in a row. Stupid mermaid! I'm not a mermaid, don't hurt me! I'm just a traveler! If you pay me money, I'll go away. Willing to make a deal. You're greedy and evil just like me. Name your price. I was hoping Andreas would try to save me, but he sold me out. He took the money and ran. I was sold to London Zoo for about 10 times as much as he paid. The people treated me well, although they kept taking samples of my scales, and they're going to dissect me once I die at age 20. Mermaids only live 20 years in my version. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday dear Arglefumph, happy birthday to me. Yeah, I'm just pretending that didn't actually happen. Andreas is really a nice guy, I swear. But he's just nasty in that one pathway. So you echolocate his face. And this was something you might have picked on earlier. I gave subtle hints to it, that humans don't know about echolocation. Molly mentioned it, the guards mentioned it. But it also kind of hurts humans' heads when they're echolocated. Andreas mentioned this. He woke up with a splitting headache, and the guards kind of mentioned being hurt. So she puts 2 and 2 together. Today is just the birthday of the Arglefumph YouTube channel. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Arglefumph is 11 today. So she puts 2 and 2 together to realize that she can echolocate and hurt his head. So she echolocates him as a distraction and then smacks him in the face again. Then she uses her tail like a broom to sweep the knife backwards. He uses the knife to cut himself free. Way to go, Andreas! And then she echolocates him again. I've got your knife. Time to surrender. Never! I have my guard! My guard? Guard? Your guard's finished and so are you! We don't let maniacs like Jack the Ripper in our hotel. I've phoned the police. Uh-oh. Me first, me first. Ow, what on earth they... Ow! Ow! So Riptide comes in. Fortunately, she's the one who comes in because she knows about mermaid stuff. So Maynard is defeated and goes to jail. And he gets hit by Molly with a broom. She hit him with a broom until it broke. I wish I could echolocate out of awkward situations. Yeah, that would be useful. Okay, she gives Nancy some water, so she turns back into a human. Ow, my tail legs. Who are you? How much do you know? I'm roommates with a mermaid. Pretty sure that's what you're referring to. You have to keep it a secret. I'm not sure anybody would believe me if I told, but I need answers. I'll explain as much as I can. Is he trustworthy? I don't know, maybe? Are you okay? You're acting weird. I don't know. Maynard spilled red liquid on my arm. That's blood. What? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Human blood is red. Is it? It's gross. Okay, so she passes out due to lack of blood or something. She just passes out. Which saves me from having to do a big, long explanation scene. And she wakes up here. Annie now can do it. What? She wakes up in a hospital. And this bed, I believe, was also done by me. It wasn't drawn by me, but I got it. It's just public domain artwork. This bed that she's lying in. Good, the injection worked. I've been worried about you. Where am I? The hospital, dear. You've been asleep for about a week. A week? Shh, take it easy. You're badly injured, but we fixed your arm. In another month, it'll be as good as new. I don't have a month. I've got to contact my superiors immediately. No, we're not letting you leave until you're completely healed. It's not safe. The fate of the world is at stake. That's what they all say, but if you insist, I'll go get him. Get him? Andreas? What does he... Oh! Epic plot twist. She's underwater again. That was a mermaid. Yeah, her tail was hidden by the bed. Oh, man. It took forever to program that, but I think it was great. Okay, so she turns back into her mermaid form, and here comes Commander Flipsy. So, what's going on? She wakes up a week later in the water. Basically, Riptide helped her get back here. Riptide uses shell phone to contact us, and, yeah. Okay, she explains that she went to the hotel, she met with her roommate. I mean, we saw this. She's explaining what just happened. And we're going to have a decision here. Do we talk about the Titanic or not? What's salt water? Ocean water. My tail grew back and he told me the Titanic's a cruise ship, not a warship. Should I tell Flipsy about that now or finish the story? I mean, this doesn't really have an effect on the plot, but it does have... Okay, let's finish the story first. Basically, if you talk about the Titanic, it just skips out this line of dialogue. Yeah, this video should be posted about as soon as I can, I think. Oh, if people want to talk about the Titanic right away, then let's do it. An evil laugh? It's slightly a different conversation, that's right. I think we made a mistake. Are you sure you can trust him? He's a kidnapper. I know, but Riptide said the same thing, and I didn't see any weapons on the Titanic. They obviously wouldn't keep their weapons on display. That's asking for problems. Epic plot twist, everybody. Mom is actually still a general. She is in charge of the army. She's the one who ordered the attack on the humans. She's not actually retired. And she basically set it up so her daughter could save the mermaid world. She basically set it up so Nancy would get Mission Titanic. That's basically the end of the crazy plot twists. Okay, so George, Flipsy was given specific instructions about you. All your superiors did. It wasn't a trick. I thought you could do it. I don't believe it. You gave me special treatment. I just followed orders. I didn't know your mother was behind it. He's telling the truth. I wanted to make it look like you earned the promotion. Why so many plot twists? It's just fun, that's all. More like the greatest war hero, you'll be the one who destroyed the Titanic, the one who eliminated the human threat. You'll be famous, rich, go down in history. They might even make you queen. I'm 19, you know. I'm not going to be around for much longer. I promise I'd take care of you and my grandchild. That's how I'll do it. Mom, I know you had good intentions, but this is going way too far. We'll discuss it later. Right now we're on a tight timeline. We are woken up because we have the last phase of Mission Titanic. The last phase, it's happening tonight. The mermaids have already planned to destroy the Titanic and blame an iceberg. They need somebody to sneak on board and sabotage them. Will you do it? Will you strike the decisive blow against the human warship? So will she do it? This is an important part of the game. There are 3 endings to the game. And your choice here will basically determine which ending you're going to get. Will you destroy the Titanic and kill all those humans? Will you do that? 1 vote for no. Where's my other voter? Where's my second voter? I forget. One of these endings is a pathway that splits up into 2. I forget which one, though. I think it's no. I think if you say no... Okay, we've got 4 votes. 4 votes. 5 votes for no. Okay, no, we're not doing it. No. Excuse me? No, I won't do it. I'm not going to destroy the Titanic. What? The Titanic isn't a warship and humans aren't planning an attack. If we destroy it, all we'll do is kill thousands of innocent people. You're siding with humans instead of me. Your mother. This isn't about taking sides. It's about doing what's right. And killing innocents is wrong. It doesn't matter if they're humans. They don't deserve to die. What do you think, Flipsy? Me? I think Nancy is right. We have enough problems fighting sharks. We don't need a war. I'm surprised you feel so strongly about this, Nancy. You only spent 2 days as a human. You're forgetting. 3 humans saved my life. 4. They saved your life from a human who endangered it. Doesn't that prove all humans are evil? No, if humans were all evil, nobody would try to save me. None of them tried to save me. What was that? The idea for Mission Titanic didn't pop out of thin water, you know. I spent 2 weeks as a human myself. You did? I didn't. It was miserable. The worst experience of my life. I still have nightmares about it sometimes. What happened? They tried to The humans tried to drown her. The single most shameful death a mermaid can experience. This is why Mom hates humans. I got into a fight with drunk sailors. They said terrible things. I punched a few of them. They tried to kill me by throwing me in the ocean. When I didn't come back, they ran away. I swam away. Yeah, wasn't that a great phrase? Thin water. It's terrible that Mom had to go through that. And I'm sad. I'm sorry you got stabbed in the arm, but you're right. I let my hatred of humans blind me. We can't force them to die, even if few of them are evil. However, we cannot call off Mission Titanic. So what Nancy's going to do is she is going to go on board the Titanic and try to warn everybody. Like I said, we have 2 different endings. So if you'd picked yes, destroy the humans, then you sneak on board the Titanic to ensure that it will happen. Either way, you're sneaking on board the Titanic. Okay, so the attack is about midnight, which is when it's very dark. Humans will be asleep. So 5 hours to save the Titanic. You know the captain? I've never met her. I don't even know her name. I'm pretty sure the captain doesn't take meetings with random strangers. I'll think of something. There must be some way to meet the captain. Nancy, I'm sorry I made your life into a mess. Let's a sec. Do we want to accept her apology or reject it? I'll let you guys decide. And yes, now that I'm thinking about it, this is the pathway with 2 endings. Basically, we can save the Titanic. There's 2 ways to do it. Way number 1. Oh, everybody clicks accept? Okay, cool. 1 reject. Oh, no. I forgive you, Mom, and think of it this way. You wanted me to be famous. I'm going to be famous as the one who stopped the human war. Good luck, Nancy. I love you. I love you, too. That doesn't really affect the storyline, but I thought it was really nice. I wanted them to, like, repair their relationship. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, we've got 2 endings. Number 1, we get Maynard's help in saving the Titanic. Number 2, we don't get Maynard's help. Okay, so she turns into a human and screams until people pull her on board. There's a woman in the water! Save her! Another woman overboard. That's 2 in 1 day. Okay, we'll throw her in the brig with the other one. Brig, what's up? So she immediately gets thrown into jail. And this is the human theme, I believe. They think she's drunk. Oh. Yeah, too much to drink. Only drunk people fall off board. I fell in the water by accident. There's no such thing as 2 accidents in 1 day. Forget it. But look, unless you need someone to vouch for you, you're staying in there, end of story. Andreas, he can vouch for me. What would be an acceptable answer, though? Who is Andreas? What is his relation to her? Brother or husband? Fiancé, basically. Brother or fiancé. Yes, I'm pretty big for an 11-year-old. This is YouTube years. This is how old the YouTube channel is. Husband thought that would be the case. He's my engaged. You're what? My engaged to be married. Your fiancé, you mean? Yes, tell him Drew Dancer's here. That's your name? Yes. Now I know for sure you're drunk. We'll send somebody to go get him. But if he doesn't want to fetch you, you're staying here until tomorrow. Great. As soon as I get aboard this ship, they think I'm crazy and lock me in prison. This is the worst rescue mission ever. You came to rescue me? What? Whoa! So everybody's Aqua. Remember the mermaid that was trapped in a tank? She's gigantic in human form, by the way. She's like twice as big as poor Nancy. Same as you, they locked me up here to protect me. The guard said a woman fell overboard. That was you? I didn't fall overboard, I jumped. I wanted to turn into a mermaid and swim away, but the humans caught me. Now I'm a prisoner again. Well, I probably thought you were gonna die. I don't care what they were thinking. I want to escape. You'll help, right? Of course, but I'm still confused. Which question do we pick? How did she become a human? What is she doing on the Titanic? The same basic explanation either way. Maynard is responsible. He escaped from jail. Poor Nancy is one of my catchphrases. Oh no, poor Nancy. Her life is hard. So last I saw you were at the sideshow. Maynard shut it down, but he was arrested. He got out on bail. I don't know what that means. It's a human concept. It's like bribery. He paid the judge. That's awful. They let him go free? They said it was... Anyway, he escaped from jail. He thought it was too dangerous to stay in England, so he's taking Aqua to New York. And especially now that he knows you can turn a mermaid into a human with fresh water and salt water. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in a tank. Being stuck in a cage in the Titanic isn't better, but at least it's a change of scenery. They talk for a while, nothing to do but wait, but then Andreas comes. Drew, it's you! Andreas! So you do know her? Yes, she's fine. I'll vouch for her. Let her go. Fine, but if she causes any trouble, I'll have you both locked up. What about me? She's my friend. Vouch for her too. Okay, I vouch for both of them. Letting both prisoners go? You're mad if you ask me. Freedom! And Aqua just runs off. Sorry, says, okay, I never thought of bail like that as bribery. Bail isn't like bribery because the money gets paid back, right? It's basically the money gets kept if you don't show up at trial. That's how bail works. That's how I understand it anyway. Okay, Aqua's a mermaid like me. Another mermaid? Why does it seem like every woman I meet is secretly a mermaid? I don't know. Maybe you just have good luck? If you want to call it that. What are you doing here, Drew? I thought I'd never see you again. I'm not Drew. My real name's Nancy. And my real name is William Taft. Really? No, that was a joke. Taft is the president. You know what? It doesn't matter. How much do you know about Mission Titanic? Miss Smith, well, Riptide, filled me in on most of the details. You were sent here to spy on the Titanic, right? That's mostly right. The Titanic is a cruise ship. Our generals are going to attack tonight. No! The plan is to puncture the bulkheads. I think we can stop it. What's your plan? Well, they attack as soon as they enter... The attack happens as soon as the Titanic enters iceberg territory. We need to convince the captain to avoid icebergs and save the Titanic. How are we going to do that? We need to contact Captain Edward Smith. How are we going to meet the captain? He only deals with crew members then. Yeah, only crew members and then people in bridge class. First class. They call him the Millionaire's Captain. Real life nickname for him. I didn't make that one up. Unless we know a rich person. So here's the idea. Maynard, he's a first class passenger, right? Are we going to get evil Maynard's help in saving the Titanic? Or are we not going to do that? So just let me know. Work with Maynard or not? Should we really ask him for help? Should we ask him for help? Yes or no? I like this. So even I think in the other ending, no help. Oh man, we've got a vote for no and a vote for yes. And a vote for yes. Jeez. Okay. Oh wow, more yes votes. Okay, let's do it. We don't have much choice in the matter. It's either work with him or let everyone die. They found him in under half an hour. I get you the captain, and in exchange I get full immunity. We didn't say that. We didn't even kind of promise you immunity. Then what's in it for me? If you don't, I'll break your nose. Not to mention you'll die with everyone else. That's a good point. Okay, I'll do it, but I'll need your help. Our help? We can't just waltz in the first class and expect an audience with the captain. We need to attract his attention with magic! He's sort of a magician. After all, I'm a showman. I don't like the sound of this. Okay, so she was supposed to be like standing on a chair or a table at this point, but I think it's kind of funnier if she's just floating in midair. Ladies and gentlemen, behold! This woman gets turned into a mermaid! Nancy, this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my life. As you can see, she's clearly a human. 2 legs, no fins. But watch. Woo! That is me and Mary, just the 2 of us clapping like we're a large audience. Look at the tail. How'd he do that? I've never seen a trick like that before. Don't believe me? Let's have a witness. Ah, Captain Smith, would you like to check this out? Sure, why not? Told you it'd work. I don't believe it. Here's Captain Smith. All right. Based on the real-life photographs of him, I imagine. Feel the tail for yourself. Check out, these are scales, not a costume. It feels real, and if I pull on it... Ow, 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 stop that. Astounding, I can't rip it off. I'd say it's a genuine mermaid. See, even the captain's convinced. Captain, before you go, can we have a word in private? Of course, let me finish dinner first. I understand. Okay, so then he does the human mermaid trick a couple of times to impress the people, and the audience is fascinated. Kind of cool. So then they meet with Captain Smith in this room. Cool. Can't figure out how you did this trick. This was kind of difficult programming because I have to say where all 4 characters are standing and they kind of move a little bit, so that was really more difficult than it should have been. What do you want to speak with me about? Why did you want to speak with me? We're worried the Titanic might be in danger of an iceberg. I adjusted our course to the south a bit to avoid the worst of it. Maybe you could go south and avoid it completely? Impossible. That'd take us too far off course. We'd be late to New York. Icebergs are deadly. Impossible. Nothing can destroy the ship. And the captain basically says he's going to reduce the speed a little bit, but he's not going to stop. He doesn't know why she's so convinced they'll hit an iceberg. I suppose it's a secret, huh? So he insists on staying the course. But there is a Leyland liner in the area. That was the closest boat. It came to help save the survivors. Wow, Captain's being a jerk. That went badly. Are you mad? He wouldn't believe us about mermaids. But then, out in the hallway, there's a scream. They ran to the hallway where Captain Smith is lying in the ground. Standing over the captain is a familiar figure. Aqua? Captain Smith, are you okay? Crazy woman attacked me. You attacked the captain? I had no choice. You told him about the iceberg. He can't tell anyone else. He didn't believe us. It doesn't matter. I need to make sure Mission Titanic is a success. This ship must be destroyed. What are you talking about? Aqua, you can't do this. These humans are innocent. They're not planning a war. That's easy for you to say. You weren't held prisoner for a month. I'm dreadfully sorry about that. Don't lie. You were going to smuggle me to New York and put me in a tank again, weren't you? Yes, but I've seen the error of my... Oh, you apologize once I'm free. You deserve to die the most. Yikes. Maynard runs away as fast as he could, and then Aqua chases after him. So, yeah. Aqua basically ensures the Titanic will be destroyed even if you save the Titanic. It's very sad. And if you choose not to get Maynard's help, you basically wander the ship and you're unable to reach the captain, and it gets destroyed in that case. So no matter what happens, the Titanic gets destroyed because it is historically accurate for the Titanic to be destroyed. They take the captain to the infirmary. He doesn't remember anything, and the first mate orders a curfew. That ends up being helpful because it makes evacuation easier. So they did make a difference. They saved more people than would have died, but the Titanic tragedy made Nancy sick to her stomach. So unnecessary. She searched among the survivors and the dead, but never figured out what happened to Mermaid or Aqua. They disappeared forever. So this is it. This is goodbye. Yes, as much as I enjoyed my time as a human, I have to go back under the sea. I need to see Bess again. Will you come back? Probably not. Now that the generals know for sure the humans aren't planning an invasion, there's no need for me to be a human spy. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too. You were a good friend, Andreas. You showed me how good humans can be. Goodbye. Wait! What? I don't want you to go, and I don't want to be your friend. What do you mean? Nancy, I don't want to be just your friend. Nancy, will you marry me? Stay with me and start a new life on land. We can travel the world together. Spend the rest of my life as a human? I know it's asking a lot, but I had to ask. I don't want you to leave me forever. Yes. You will? I still think walking around on upside-down arms all the time is weird, but I can get used to it. Yes, I'll marry you, Andreas. You have no idea how happy this makes me. And you have no idea how my family will react. 9 months later. Hello? Does the shell phone still work? Hi, Nancy. I'm here too. Hi, you two. Today's hatching day, right? How did it go? It's wonderful. All the new babies are so cute. And the naming ceremony? That was completely uneventful. Nothing interesting happened at all. Nope. What? Don't lie, especially not to her. What happened? About a third of the babies were named Nancy this year in honor of you. So she's a mermaid hero. They don't know she's living as a human. They still think I'm a hero? Do they suspect the truth? As far as they know, you and your daughter moved across the ocean and joined the Caribbean mermaids. I mean the truth about the Titanic. No, the three of us are the only one who know it wasn't a warship. That secret's probably gonna die with us. And my mother? Is she still alive? No. All the mermaids who turned 20 this year died. As soon as you turn 20, you die. That's the mermaid rule. We're sorry for your loss. I appreciate your concern. My mother and I weren't that close, but at least she came to my wedding. Some people seem disappointed. They half expected you to return. I would have loved to be there, but I can't. Bess and I have been on land too long. We can't turn back into mermaids at this point, even if we wanted to. You're fully human now, but you can still echolocate, right? Wow, that's not pronouncing those words correctly. You're fully human now, but you can still echolocate, right? No, I haven't been able to echolocate in months. That is horrifying. And besides, I can't risk turning into a mermaid again. I don't know how that will affect the pregnancy. Pregnancy? What's that? It's a mammal thing. You're pregnant? Yes. Oh, no. One of the other endings, people are concerned that she's gonna die when she's 20. No, that's a mermaid rule. Now that she's a human, she can live to a ripe old age, and she and Andreas will grow old together and have lots of babies. So, you're pregnant? Yes. Is Andreas the father? He's my husband, of course he is. No, I didn't mean it like... Click. And she just hung up on us. Great going, Flipsy. Shoot, I'm such an idiot. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just... I can't believe she married a human. Why? Because you had a crush on her? What? No, I didn't. You're really awful at lying. Fine, so maybe I had a little crush on her when she was a cadet, but it doesn't matter. You want some advice? Forget about her. Move on. Find another mermaid. That's not as easy as you think. Most mermaids think it's gross to date a dolphin. Where am I going to find a mermaid who's okay with dating outside her species? Maybe there's one right here. Where? I'm talking about me, you idiot! No wonder you can't find a girlfriend. What? But wait, you can't just say that and leave, Ned! The end. Okay. So that's the end of the game, and these are the credits again. Yeah, so I did the artwork for Searching the Titanic and Sorting Groceries. That's basically it. I did love throwing these pictures here on the ending credits. That was great. Okay, so do people want to see the other endings? There are 3 endings to this game. Yeah, the game generally takes about 2 to 3 hours. That's what everybody who tested the game told me. Obviously, I knew how to solve all the puzzles, and I knew all the dialogue ahead of time, so I was a bit faster. But there are 3 endings. There are 3 endings. So, let's see. Options, this was impossible to program, by the way, the options screen. Just getting this little button, that was impossible to do. Other endings? Okay, let's do it. Actually, okay, let's do the other ending here. Let's accept the apology. He's my husband-to-be. Why did she become a human? Okay, so we're going to do the ending where we don't ask Maynard for help. Okay? We're not that desperate. Let's try getting into first class on our own first. Sounds good to me. And it's the same guard. Oh, great, it's you again. Hi, we want to go inside. We want to go inside first class. Do you have a ticket? No. Well, then you're not getting in. The guard already doesn't like us, so he's obviously not going to let us in. First class passengers don't get drunk and fall overboard. They get drunk and buy stupid things. He keeps mentioning drunk. What does that mean? I'll tell you later. Yeah, they need to warn the captain. The guard does not believe them here at all. Tiny, have you seen an iceberg? They're gigantic. Makes sense she'd say that because she's a mermaid. She sees them from underwater where they're much larger. So here you get one more chance to get Maynard's help. But if you say no, I mean, if you say yes, you get thrown into that ending we saw. But if you say no, you refuse to see Maynard again. And they try to talk to the other crew members. They tried to convince people to listen to them, but nobody did. As midnight drew near, they were forced to split up. Andreas went to help prepare lifeboats. Nancy went under the sea, hoping to stop the attack. It was not called off. George tried her hardest to convince the other generals, but that was when Aqua came and interrupted the meeting and begged them to continue. Dang it, Aqua! Happy channel anniversary. Yay! Hi! Oh, it's one of the artwork people. Hey! I'm glad people can get a chance to see the game. I know Alicia's done a walkthrough for this game. I mean, she played the entire game. And I think that's the only... Nobody else has done videos for this game. Nobody. Yes, that's right. Nobody. Okay, I'm saying that. One person did a review for this game, and it was really mean. They call it the worst Titanic game ever, and it's that... Why would anybody watch a video like that? Thumbs down. Thumbs down. This is obviously the best Mermaid Titanic game ever. Actually, I think people who like mermaids enjoy this game way more than people who like the Titanic. Anyway, Nancy and her mother try to save people by pushing the boats underwater. Last person to be saved is Andreas. Oh, I love that picture. Okay, that was actually a picture I got. It's a real-life picture. So it was not made for this game. I wouldn't leave you behind, Andreas. You'll never guess what happened. What? Maynard tried to shove his way onto a lifeboat, said he was too rich to die. What happened? I punched him. You are a true hero. I'm no hero. It's still sinking. That's my fault, not yours. I'm gonna sink soon. Can't swim forever. I can swim a lot longer than you can. Let me hold you up so you don't drown. Won't work. Too cold. I'll swim you to the lifeboat like I did with the others, no big deal. That's nice. Andreas closed his eyes, no longer able to keep them open. Oh no you don't! You are not dying on me! Nancy grabbed Andreas and swam to the nearest lifeboat. They pulled him on and tried to warm him up. They tried to pull Nancy on, but she dived underwater and pushed the lifeboat from below, helping it reach safety as fast as possible. Thanks to her efforts, many lives were saved, including Andreas's. He lives! Yes! 3 months later. Not 9 months later, 3 months later. So this is the alternate happy version. The coast is clear, you can come out. Hello, it's great to see you as always. You too, Andreas. So this is the next transfer? She's not just any transfer, this is my mother, George. Hello, Andreas, it's nice to finally meet you. Your mother, but I thought... Trust me, I never thought I'd be spending the rest of my life as a human either. What changed your mind? The timing. Mermaids all die at age 20. I'd rather live to be 50, even if it means being human for the last 30 years. I understand. That's the reason most mermaids are deciding to turn into humans. I think it's because of Riptide's example. She showed that mermaids can successfully live as humans. No, it's because of your example. You're a hero now, remember? Mermaids listen to you. I'm just doing whatever I can to stop another mermaid-human conflict. And you're doing a wonderful job. I can't wait I can't wait until the day that you transfer over, and then we could get married. Eager to spend more time with me? Something like that. I'm looking forward to that day, too. In the meantime, I've got a daughter to raise. Goodbye, Andreas. You have the water for me? Yes, but she has a daughter? Who's the father? I'll explain once I'm fully human. Now, Andreas. Okay? Poor Andreas is confused when she mentions having a daughter. Okay, so the mermaids did destroy the Titanic. This was a real-life thing. Mermaids destroyed the Titanic. They were just doing a really, really good job of disguising it, so they think that humans did it. Oh, and those two pictures, those little pictures there, those are the trading cards for the game, because this game is available on Steam, and they have trading cards. They have requirements and things like that. I don't know if it's trading cards and postcards or whatever. So I had my graphic design artist just make all the trading cards, which was great. They all ended up great. It was fantastic. Unfortunately, the game has to sell like a certain number of copies before Steam will give you access to trading cards. Apparently, people are abusing trading cards. I don't know why. In any case, final third ending. Will you destroy the Titanic and kill the humans? Yes. This is kind of the not happy ending. Maybe. I'll destroy the Titanic and kill the humans. That was the mission, right? Excellent. It's 5 hours. You need to go in there and sabotage them by stealing the binoculars. I'll sabotage the lifeboat so the humans can't escape and they'll die. And then I'll destroy their captain. Well, not the captain. Oh, and by the way, we have another scene of Bess. Yay! One of the, people said they wanted to see Bess besides just the opening cutscene, so I brought her back. Yes, mermaids did it. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Why are you getting cold fins, Flipsy? I thought I just told you the humans tried to kill me. You said it could have been a mistake. You heard the General. The only mistake we can make now is hesitating. We have to destroy the Titanic. I want you to be safe. I don't want you to get hurt again. Don't worry, I'm not going to visit another hospital for the rest of my life. Oh, here's your daughter. I should leave. Mommy! Bess! Are you okay? You're in the hospital. I'm doing better now that you're here. That's good. Is it true you got hurt by a human? Where'd you hear that? Everyone's saying it. So much for top secret military information. Yes, I've been living as a human for 2 days, and one of them hurt me. That's awful! It's so cool! My mom was a human world! Is it true they fight each other for fun and eat with feet? No, they sometimes fight when they get angry, but it's not a game, and feet are useful for getting around. You have feet? That's so weird! I want to be a human. Can I have feet? No, you can't. It's too dangerous. You did it! Why can't I? Total kid thing to say, by the way. If you said, hey, I became a mermaid, but you can't become a mermaid, yeah, the kid would not put up with that. Also, she can't speak English, so that's a bummer. So I had another scene. Yeah, Bess does sort of look like a tiny Ariel, doesn't she? Her hair's the wrong color, though. I suspected that the artist modeled it after Mary, my stepdaughter. You saw her when she showed up on screen because she's got hair that color, but in the original version of the game, the placeholder art was a picture of Mary, and so that's it. So, her friends helped her get on board the Titanic. It's wonderful to see you're okay. My name's Nancy. I told you that, remember? She'll always be Drew to me, although she's not the only one to have a name change. Okay, so this is another situation where you can only ask about a couple of things before they get interrupted. What do you want to talk to her about? Don't do anything and just get down to business. Let's get down to business. to defeat humans. Okay, my 11th year YouTube anniversary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Name change, okay. What's about a name change? I'm no longer Mrs. Smith. Mr. Smith called off our engagement because you were born a mermaid. I was going to tell him after the wedding, but the truth came out in such an awful manner, he fired me and threw me out. He doesn't want to see me again, ever. I'm sorry, and you can't turn back into a mermaid either. I invited her to come on the Titanic with me. She needs a fresh start. They're going to start a new life together in America. So this is basically the ending where Andreas and Riptide are a couple. Okay, what are we going to talk about? Do you want to talk about something else here? Maynard. Yeah, let's talk about Maynard. What happened to him? He was arrested for multiple counts of kidnapping. 3. We managed to free Aqua and turn her into a human long enough for her to talk to the police. Maynard won't be getting out of jail for a long time. Where is she now? Aqua went back in the ocean. We don't see her in this ending, I don't think. Okay, well, that's enough chatting. Let's get down to business. To defeat humans. Defeat the humans? What? We're going to sink the Titanic and kill all the humans on board. Well, hold on. I'm a human. I strongly object to this plan. That was always the goal of Mission Titanic. We have to stop the human invasion. I told you this earlier, but I'll repeat it. There's no human invasion. There's no war. After what Maynard did, I believe humans are capable of anything. Do you think I would try to kill mermaids? You're different. Not that different. I agree, Maynard is a despicable person, but just because one human is bad, it doesn't mean all humans have to die. Please, I'm begging you, if you go through this plan, a lot of innocent people will die. Including us. Do we call off the plan? You get one last chance. Are we going to call off the plan or not? I got one vote for Save Andreas. Ah, and somebody says this is good for a first game. So thank you. You can buy the game yourself and play it all you want. Or you could just watch this video and say, oh, that's the game. I know all the story now. Okay, so we're gonna change our mind. Actually, you know what? I'm not changing my mind. I'm saying no. I'm gonna follow orders. I can help the two of you escape, but that's all. My mom won't let me save everyone. Your mom? What does she have to do with this? My mother's General George. What? No way, she's a legend. And she planned Mermaid Mission Titanic. Oh, wow. What if you just pretend to follow orders? Will they know the difference? I don't know, but you won't follow anything soon. Maynard! Hello, my mermaid friends. Thought you'd seen the last of me, eh? How did you find us here? How stupid do you think I am? You used my tickets to get on board. But you were arrested. Is there no such thing as bail in the mermaid world? Bail? Is that like sail? You used a sailboat to chase after us. It's not... Okay, now's not the time to explain what bail is. I've got people saying, yeah, save Andreas. Sorry. You mermaids are as dumb as I thought you were. You're gonna die. Die? Change of plans. I can't put you on display. It's too dangerous. But I can put your corpses on display. That will do. See the window over there? Yeah, so there's a window over there to the left. And now you're both going to drown. Goodbye! Ha ha ha! Yes, he destroyed the window and now they're going to drown. The room is filling with water. I can drink the water and turn back into a mermaid. But Riptide can't, and neither can Andreas. And Maynard locked the door behind them. They can't get out. Just knock the door down. With what? Puzzle. And this is Riptide's theme. I think. What should we use, everyone? What should we use? What should we use to destroy the door? So here's a hint. 2 things work. 2 things don't. Chair. Let's go with chair. Let's use a chair. I'll grab this one. I'll get out of the way. Hey, that's one of the things that works. Hooray, let me wake up Andreas and let's go. I'm telling you, I didn't do anything wrong. I know what I heard. Now open the door. I told you I don't have the key. Don't listen to this liar. What? How'd you get out? Do you know this person, miss? He's the villain who just tried to kill us. Oh, he did he? He broke the window and locked us inside, trying to drown us. That's good enough for me. I'm taking you in for questioning. Okay, Andreas did not fall asleep. He was knocked unconscious. That's clearly he's smashed on the head. That's why he's not awake. Wait, this woman's hated me for years. You can't believe what she says. Can I go back and do newspaper? Sure. Yeah, newspaper doesn't work. Shoe? I still got the shoe from earlier. The shoe. And she's gonna use the pointy part in the lock. And it works. Yes. Yeah, so in this pathway, the guard doesn't think she's a crazy drunk. The guard actually helps her by stopping Andreas. There are two other people that can say what happened. Liars! They're all liars! You can't trust them! Captain Smith says, I believe her. Captain Smith! In my book, it's suspicious if somebody refuses to help when people are trapped in a room. Not to mention I can clearly see water leaking on the floor. Arrest this man and get someone to fix the window. Yes, sir. Curses, I almost got my revenge. I'll take that as a confession. Okay, so they're safe. Check with the police on the mainland. He's got a criminal record. The Southampton police will confirm it. His name's Maynard. He's attacked us before. Thank you. I'll take your statements once the scoundrel's locked up. Wait, one more thing. Yes? Icebergs. What? Be on the lookout for icebergs tonight. I heard there's a lot in the area. We're going through Canadian waters, but I'll assure you I'll be careful. Thank you. Oh, so no matter what, she decides to warn the captain about icebergs. She decides to help save the Titanic. I changed my mind. You're right. I can't let innocent people die. That's twice you've saved my life. It's time I repay the favor by saving yours. Thank you. Let's hope the captain heeds your warning. Captain Smith kept his promise and he was on the lookout for icebergs. Unfortunately, it's hard to dodge an iceberg when a squadron of mermaids is pushing it directly at your ship. About a third of the bulkheads were pierced. The Titanic kept afloat, but it was a close call. It lost its reputation for being indestructible as it underwent repairs. Oh, so the Titanic isn't completely destroyed in this pathway. Oh, okay, cool. Maynard was turned over to local authorities until such time as he can be returned to England. Riptide and Andreas started a new life together in New York. You're getting married? Why not? He knows I used to be a mermaid and he doesn't care. I know that. I just meant it's unexpected. I'm happy for you, though. Andreas is a good human. He certainly is. I was as surprised as you when he proposed last night. You'll come to the wedding, right? Sure. I'll even bring Bess along. She's been wondering what it's like to be human. She has? What about the tours? Did you stop doing them? Oh no, the human tours are doing great. Better than I expected. I've done at least 50 of them. So, now she does tours of the human world for the mermaids. I thought you were crazy when you suggested the idea. Nope, mermaids pay good money to be human for a day. Personally, I think this will change mermaid-human relations much more than the Titanic ever did. And the person who loves... People are joking about Andreas, how Andreas is totally willing to marry Riptide in this pathway, when obviously he belongs with Nancy. Obviously Andreas should marry Nancy. Obviously they are the best couple, not Andreas and Riptide. That's ridiculous. I'm wearing an Arglefumph shirt. This is actually for another video game project, Super Lawyer 64. That's the name of my character. I'm playing Super Lawyer in that game. Super Lawyer 64, thank you. If it's better than starting a war, you should be proud of yourself, Nancy. I am, but I'm ashamed it took me so long to realize humans weren't a threat to mermaids. Yes, people will fight Riptide just to make sure she does not get in the way of the relationship of Andreas and Nancy. You did the right thing in the end, and that's what counts. Mommy, I need help reading human writing. Oops, gotta go. Call you later, okay? Okay, I'll let you know when we set a date for the wedding. Great, goodbye. Who's that on the shell phone? Riptide. There are mermaids who stuck as a human? Poor her. I'd be so sad if I couldn't be a mermaid ever again. There's no reason to be bad for her, feel bad for her. She's happy now, and so am I. Well, okay, we will fight Riptide, crash the wedding, take her down. So you can decide which ending to yourself is the official ending. Obviously, it's one of the endings where the Titanic is destroyed. No. It's the one where Andreas gets married to Nancy, right? That's the official ending to the game. That's the real ending to the game. The other endings are just sort of bonus endings. That's obviously the real ending. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video game. If you like it, if you know people that will like it, buy it on Steam. Have fun. Enjoy it. You know, buy my other games. I've got other games I do. Cat President, Pizza Delivery Boy Who Saved the World, Francie Drew. You just look for like Arglefumph games, and it's actually probably going to send you to YouTube rather than my game website. Low-key offended that you let Riptide and Andreas get married. Yeah, that ending, that was not an original ending. That was not an original ending to the game. It was, I added a third ending. To make it longer, just like when I added that, you know, the part 2 to the one puzzle, just to make it a little longer. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for, you know, 11 great years of me playing video games on YouTube. I know I'm not, like, the biggest YouTube channel. I don't have, like, a gajillion amount of subscribers, and I don't get a bunch of views, but I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a fun thing, that mermaid. You'll notice all the mermaids go across the screen randomly. This is kind of really hard to program to make them go randomly because the pictures are different sizes, so they go at different speeds. But the nurse only travels there. The nurse only travels there because if she went up or down or on the top row, that would spoil the fact that she has a mermaid tail and she's actually a mermaid, and I wanted to keep that plot twist. I don't know if this game is going to have another... I don't think this game is going to get a sequel. I don't know. How many copies of the game do I need to sell before it's worth it to do a sequel? Is my question. I don't know. How popular is the game? I mean, this is just an indie game that, you know, I'm basically a one-man show doing this, so... And what would the story be after this? I don't know. Anyway, 11 years of Arglefumph. Glad, you know, I'm glad the silly thing I did in college actually, you know, it's just the silly thing I started in college. So I'm glad that it still works. You know, I'm glad that, you know, I can still make videos. I don't, you know, 500 copies, yeah, that would be good. Oh, if you've got a question, just ask me before I do this. Does Bess meet her sibling? Okay, in the ending where Nancy and Andreas get married, yes, Bess becomes human full time, and so she meets her sibling, the child that Andreas and Nancy have together. So Bess does in fact meet them. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm not the biggest channel. I know you know, I don't have like I've been trying to get 40,000 subscribers. That's like the next milestone. I don't really care about the subscribers milestone, but I've been stuck in between 30,000 and 40,000 for basically half of the lifetime of YouTube, half the lifetime of Arglefumph. So you know, I'm not one of those people that get tons of subscribers. You know, I don't always make like $1,000 a month on YouTube. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being sort of this smaller YouTube person. It's actually kind of fun. Because that way I can contact people. You know, people can contact me on Twitter or my Facebook page, and I actually can have a conversation back and forth. Or I can do something like this live stream, where I talk to people. People have questions, and I answer them, and you can't do that when you're one of those really big, huge, popular subscriber people, one of those big YouTubers, because there's just too many people to talk to. So... yeah, the 39,000 people, they really do love me, so thank you. I have a feeling like 20,000 of them are just hiding and waiting for the next Nancy YouTuber game, and then they'll come back out of the woodwork to watch it. This, I'll be lucky if this gets 1,000 views. Let's go for 1,000 views for this video. Yay! So, happy birthday to Arglefumph. And again, thank you very much for all your support over the years. It means a lot.